on every new '08 Hyundai Sonata. Plus 5...
And hello, NFL Pilgrims. Your holiday feast continues with a heaping helping of offense. Why do they give me the food read, right? The 9-1 Cowboys lead the NFC in scoring, averaging more than 32 points a game. Tony Romo's favorite target, that guy, T.O., caught 4 touchdowns on Sunday's game in Dallas's win over Washington, and now leads the NFC with 12. The visiting Jets, fresh off an OT upset of the Steelers. Quarterback Kellen Clemens makes his 4th start, and with Thomas Jones carrying the football, Gang Green is mighty hungry for respect. It's the Jets and the Cowboys, and it all starts with the festive edition of the NFL Today. Tony Romo, 4 touchdowns in back-to-back games, looking to lead the Cowboys to their first 10-1 start since, oh my gosh, talk about ever. Getting ready for the game today as we welcome you inside of Studio 43. Good afternoon, and happy holidays, everyone. Boomer's smiling at me. I'm James Brown. Welcome to our special Thanksgiving edition of the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines, leading up to the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys right here on CBS. And as we kick off Week 12, I'm joined by my guys. Don't worry, Tony Richard says, JB, over here, we've got Dan Marino, we've got Coach Cowher, and Boomer Esiason. Our buddy Shannon Sharp is still under the weather. Shannon. You know what? We wish Shannon certainly a fast recovery. A little more home cooking down in Georgia certainly will do the trick in getting him back here. Guys, I know you all have some special Thanksgiving Day memories, Hall of Famer.
Mine wasn't so special. I played my last season on Thanksgiving. I had 5 interceptions.
5, huh?
I thought I was playing for Dallas instead of Miami. But, you know, today we're not at home with our families on Thanksgiving. There's a lot of young men and women around the world and serving in the armed forces that are not at home either. And all of us at CBS would like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Without a doubt.
I got to be honest with you guys. My teams weren't good enough to play on Thanksgiving. The Bengals, the Jets, and the Cardinals. We've talked about this many times. But my memories really come back to when I was a kid, and I used to play football on Thanksgiving with all the kids in the neighborhood, and then you'd get called in for the turkey and all that other stuff. And I remember one game where my buddy Joe Gianni just dropped a touchdown pass, and we lost. But good enough for me that we had turkey.
Took your ball and went home.
I did, man. It was right there, and he dropped it.
All right, Coach.
But you know what? Today is a special day. You know, we all have so much to be very thankful for, and a special blessing, and God bless each and every one of you out there. But my memory goes back to 1998 in Detroit. The game is tied, and we have right here a failure to communicate.
Failure to communicate.
Phil Luck and Jerome Bettis. And you can just see through this clip right here the dismay that's on Jerome. And we're actually, what happened in this game.
They're arguing, Coach. What are you thinking?
These are people there. I don't know what's going on the sideline. They come back, and here's what happened. Jerome said, head, tails. And as he said, head,
tails.
I think that's what he said. But as the ball started rolling over and the coin went over, Phil Luckett came back and he said, it is tails. It is now Detroit's ball. Jerome said, no, I said tails. I think Jerome said it both. We had a rule change that now we will no longer have failures to communicate. They will say head or tails prior to the flipping of the coin because of that incident. And, you know.
Did you ever let Jerome do it again after that time?
You know, I had Jerome, and I had Carnell Lake coming over to me. I felt like a father where two kids are outside, and they come in and said, Daddy, he did it. No, he did it. And, you know, Phil Luckett's coming over. I just said, hey, all I know is it started getting cloudier and cloudier as this thing unfolded. We kicked off, lost the game, and proceeded to lose the next 4 games, 7-5 going in, and finished the year 7-9.
Wow, Daddy
It's all Jerome's fault.
It's all Jerome's fault.
All right, but we'll talk a little bit about the game.
All right, you know, you should always let a quarterback go out there and do the communicating. Right? That's the way it should be. And it is always about quarterbacks. I know we're going to talk a lot about Tony Romo today, but for the New York Jets, it's all about their youngster, Kellen Clemens. Is he going to be able to answer the biggest question that every NFL team has? Can this quarterback lead you into the future? And the jury is still out for him. This is his 4th start today. He certainly has a strong enough arm. Jet fans seem to be, cautiously optimistic about him as a young player. I think he's going to be a good one, but it's just going to take some time, and I don't know if the patience is here in New York for him.
Well, and I think, who would have given him a chance last week when they went against Pittsburgh? To me, it's the same formula that you use this week. You're in 5 days. You're going against a 34 defense. It's a lot of Thomas Jones early in this game. I think the other thing you got to do defensively is put some pressure on Romo and make sure that you eliminate the big plays to Terrell Owens. And I think the big factor, again, the X factor as it was in the fourth quarter last week, is Leon Washington. This is a guy who's a big returner. He can give you good field position with kickoffs, and he also had a big punt at the end of the last game. So I think it's the same formula you had last week. It gives you a chance this week.
Well, Coach, when you talk about running the football, you're going to have to run the football against the Dallas Cowboys and be successful. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Kellen Clemens because DeMarcus Ware, this is a guy that can get after the quarterback. He's the top sack guy for the Dallas Cowboys. And the other guy, all we know, the star of this football team, is Tony Romo, a young quarterback that has just done such a great job for this team as far as creating on his own. That's what I love about this guy, and I'm so impressed with his presence in the pocket, how he moves around and makes plays down the field. And get this, guys. Yeah, well, that's something, too. He can do everything but high five.
Why not?
Well, you see it right there, Wade Phillips. He's got to learn his lesson there. Do not high five Tony Romo.
Hey, the one thing I do know, though, is that the Jets have not given up on Eric Mangini and his coaching staff. I know they don't have a great record, and you would think that they would just completely throw in the towel, but that has not been the case, because when you look at a team and you see their record, you see how they play. The Jets have been in every game that they played this year, so I bet they'll come out fired up today. They're going to want to put together a good performance on national television.
And Boomer has his finger on the pulse of what's going on here in New York for sure. All right, folks, it's now time for the NFL Today Chalk Talk presented by McDonald's. If it's Thanksgiving, that can only mean one thing. Our first serious look at the NFL playoff picture, which Boomer is all on top of, will start in the AFC, where New England can clinch the East Division with the win over the Eagles on Sunday, or a Buffalo loss to Jacksonville. Dan, your AFC side first.
Well, when I look at the AFC, I'm looking at New England. You look at Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Right there, you got it. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. I think San Diego is a team that's going to get into playoffs, even though they're struggling. Jacksonville's a team that's going to get in. Then the sixth spot, who could be? Cleveland, Denver, Tennessee. I'm taking Cleveland because I think of a young quarterback, Derek Anderson, him playing the way he's played. And Denver and Tennessee have young quarterbacks that really don't have playoff experience. So I think Cleveland, with a schedule, too, also at the end of the year, the last games of the year, the no winning teams they're playing up against.
Doing a nice job. All right, Coach.
And I think when you look at it, I still like New England on top. I like Indianapolis. They got a game lead on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh still has to go to New England, so I think they get the fourth loss there. I do like San Diego as well. I like Jacksonville, but I like Tennessee. I think Vince Young in the last 2 games has thrown for over 500 yards. I think he's gained confidence. I know they've lost these 2 games, but I think they've made some steps forward in their passing game. That's why I think this is going to be a tough team as they're getting down the stretch.
Incremental progress.
The only difference that I have with Coach there is I have Denver going instead of San Diego. San Diego's been such a disaster this year. New England's going undefeated, guys. They're going 19-0, so forget that. Nobody's going to beat them.
19-0.
I like Indianapolis to be number 2 simply because they have 3 home games within their division. Pittsburgh losing that game last week to the Jets really hurt them, but I like Denver. I think somehow Mike Shanahan is going to get this team to figure it out, and they really impressed me on Monday night.
And they get Javon Walker back, next week, so there's another weapon. I'm just concerned about the running game. I just don't know if they have enough runners, although they seem like to pull somebody out every week just go in there and run behind that line.
Open up another can of running backs. All right, let's talk about the NFC side.
All right, let's start with me here, guys. You know what? I like Dallas, and I think Dallas is going to overcome Green Bay. Huge game next week between those 2 teams. If the game were in Lambeau, I would have switched this, but I don't think either team will lose after that. So Dallas is going to go 15-1, Green Bay 14-2. I like Tampa down in the South. And basically, when I take a look at the last part of it, the Giants are going to be the first wild card team, I believe. But how about the Arizona Cardinals? To me, they're going to get to 9-7. I do believe that. And I do think that Ken Whisenhunt will have serious consideration for Coach of the Year.
Wow.
Well, I mean, mine's not going to be any different than Boomer's. I see it the same way. I mean, I see the same 3.
You guys looking at each other's notes?
No, we didn't. And I'll tell you, New York, and I say Arizona, too. From the standpoint, 4 of their last 6 games are at home. I think the only thing I would say is Philadelphia and Washington, I would think, are 2 teams that could get hot near the end, that could possibly threaten them. But I still do like Arizona as a team that gets in there, that 6th seed.
And so what am I supposed to say? Because I have the same teams on there. I mean, there you go. I have
start
Dallas,
the playoffs
Green Bay,
tomorrow.
Tampa, start the playoffs. I think the Giants are a team that can be reckoned with in the playoffs as a wild card team. And I have Arizona also in that. But look at Detroit, although they're losing right now, they have a really tough schedule. But Washington is a team that could come back. Like I said, I don't think Philly Will, because they're just not putting up the points that you need to do as far as at the end of the year to make the playoffs.
Boomer says 15-1.
We all agreed, which is
I do. I really
believe.
do think that the Cowboys are a force to be reckoned with, especially at home next week against Green Bay.
All right, earlier today, out in the traditional Detroit Thanksgiving Classic, the Lions hosting the NFC North rivals, the Green Bay Packers, 34-26, 6:34 left in regulation. A little bit of a shootout going. Packers had hung 34 points up there, but the Lions coming back at them. Folks, there's much more coming your way right here on the NFL Today, Dan. In keeping with the spirit of Thanksgiving, you'll meet a young girl with special needs who counts among her blessings a unique relationship with the Baltimore Ravens. Plus, we have a special invitation to the Jones family dinner. Running backs Thomas of the Jets and Julius of the Cowboys will compete on the field today. But last night, their only battle was over the last piece of pie. And what are the Browns fans especially thankful for this week? Charlie Casserly tells us on our pilgrimage inside the game next.
At GMC, we've been breaking down barriers for over 100 years. To create the 2008 Sierra Denali, the most powerful half-ton V8 ever. And the 2008 Sierra Heavy Duty, the most powerful tonight.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest Airlines.
Coming up shortly, it's the Jets against the NFC East leading Cowboys, and this view of Texas Stadium provided by our Jordan brand Skycam as we welcome you inside Studio 43. And I'm joined now by our NFL Today General Manager, Professor Charlie Casserly at Georgetown University. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Charlie.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, JB.
All right, partner, let's get right to it. Last Sunday in Cleveland, we all have seen it by now. Phil Dawson, the kicker, kicked a 51-yard field goal at the end of regulation. You take a look here, it hits the left upright, bounces off the support bar. The officials disagreed as to whether the kick was good. According to head of officiating Mike Pereira, referee Pete Morelli, you see here, going over to the sideline to double-check to see if he can review the play. Told it was not reviewable, so after a conference, the officials got it right. They made the correct call, sending the game into OT, which, of course, Cleveland won. Now, Charlie, you've been a longtime member of the competition committee. At any point in time, did the topic of instant replay for field goals come up, and do you expect there to be a change in the rule?
Well, it did, but it was a very short conversation because none of us felt we wanted to get into try to reviewing field goals. And here was the reason. We felt camera angles would be inconclusive, especially when a ball went over the top of the upright. We thought that would be very hard to judge from a camera angle. We thought it was better to judge it from the field. Now, going forward, I think what we'll see is this. Any ball that goes through the uprights and hits an object like it did as we showed in the tape moments ago and bounces back, that and that alone I think will be reviewable next year.
Okay, let's move to the topic of Green Bay bounty. There have been reports that Green Bay defensive players had a so-called bounty to stop Adrian Peterson, the outstanding running back from the Vikings, when they played. What's the story?
Well, linebacker Nick Barnett of the Green Bay Packers came up with this idea. He says, we've got to hold Adrian Peterson under 100 yards. So he offered each defensive lineman for the Packers who was active in that game against the Vikings a gift certificate for $300 to the restaurant of the choice. He thought it would be cheaper to do it that way than taking them all out to dinner. So now, at no point, though, did they talk about trying to injure Adrian Peterson. What happens in the game? He's held to only 45 yards, but he did sustain a knee injury, but it was on a clean hit. Now, the league is investigating this. I think, based on the facts outlined here, I think it's unlikely that the league will penalize either the Packers or Nick Barnett.
Good thing to know there was no talk about the intent to hurt there. Hey, Charlie, the Falcons played tonight. Certainly they're reeling from the loss of Michael Vick, who entered jail earlier this week to begin serving his sentence. Is the obvious move being attempted here by Michael Vick?
I think it is. I think, first of all, Michael Vick is trying to show the judge that he is remorseful about what he did, and he wants to get on and serve his penalty. Also, by going in early, I think he's hoping to get out early. Now, there's a lot of speculation on what the sentence will be on December 10th when the federal judge in Richmond sentenced Michael Vick for his actions. I think what we have to do is look at November 30th when two of his accomplices will be sentenced at that point. What people are telling me is whatever sentence they will get, look for Vick to get a stiffer sentence because he was the last one of the group to plead guilty.
You know what? Speaking of the 3-7 Falcons, that is, it's been a pretty rough year for rookie head coach Bobby Petrino. Any chance that he might pull a Nick Saban and go back to college?
Well, what I did this week, I talked to owner Arthur Blank of the Atlanta Falcons, and I asked him that question. He said no. He says head coach Bobby Petrino is committed to being with the Atlanta Falcons next year and into the future. So with that being said, Bobby Petrino is not going to be at a college next year. He'll be with the Falcons.
All right, late injury news around the league. Falcons hosting the Colts tonight. So let's talk first about wide receiver Marvin Harrison.
He will not play. He did not even make the trip. A couple other Colt updates. Offensive tackle Ryan Deem will be a game-time decision, but good news for the Colts. Wide receiver Anthony Gonzalez and left tackle Charlie Johnson will play. As far as Donovan McNabb goes with the Philadelphia Eagles, he did not practice again today because of a swollen thumb on his throwing hand and a sprained ankle. Andy Reid says it's day-to-day whether he'll play Sunday against the Green Bay Packers. Adrian Peterson, Minnesota Vikings, knee injury. Limited in practice today. They're not ruling him out on Sunday in the game against the New York Giants. And as far as Marshawn Lynch of the Buffalo Bills goes, did not practice today. High ankle sprain. He's optimistic he'll play against Jacksonville. The team, however, is not optimistic he'll play against the Bills.
Charlie, as always, good inside stuff. Hey, by the way, you will keep the turkey stuffing away from me, right?
The stuffing, yes, but I think you'll beat me to the pie this year.
I hear you, partner. Happy Thanksgiving, Charlie.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
All right, folks. Up next, we'll introduce you to the little girl who has captured the hearts and emotions of the entire Baltimore Ravens football team.
The Ravens really motivate her.
You see this little girl, she's always dressed in her purple outfit. She's got her blonde hair, and you look at what she deals with, and it's an inspiration. It's an inspiration to all of us.
Hey, guys.
Stand up.
Turn around, throw it right to him. Touchdown, Terrell Owens. To the post to Owens. In the end zone. For the third time today, Owens in the end zone. To the crossbar where he spikes it over the top. Touchdown, Terrell Owens. Start pouring the molds for the statue.
A prolific duo these two have been. Tony Romo on the left, T.O. on the right, with those 12 touchdowns in 10 games, looking to guide Dallas to 10-1. Their best ever start, if it happens. As we welcome you back live to the NFL Today here on CBS, America's most watched network. The Baltimore Ravens are 4-6 this season, which is a disappointment for the players and their fans, with the exception of one special little girl. 9-year-old Katie Marchman was born with Angelman syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects her nervous system and makes it hard for her to communicate. But she's made one thing perfectly clear. She loves the Ravens, and over the past 3 years, the team has come to know and love her as well.
Go ahead, you can
What's
get
going
out.
on?
Go ahead.
You gonna take a run?
Go ahead.
You coming?
The first time I met her at camp and stopped, signed some autographs and stopped down to take a picture with her, and it all kind of happened when I had a little skull cap on my head that were under my helmet, and next thing I know, that was in her hand, and a friendship was kind of formed from that moment on. When you guys making in the locker room, I still have your picture up there that you gave me from the first time that we met.
The Ravens really motivate her. She enjoys talking about football and being around football, and she enjoys it. I've made some things for her to help her learn. And one of the things that we have to practice for Katie is writing lines and circles. And so I made up different activities that go with that. I have your players. I made sure they're here. I made a scrapbook, and Katie learned the players' names, and we became even bigger fans because of her love for the game.
It's very humbling to me just to see her, learn through the Ravens and things that she goes through her life. She uses the Ravens as an example.
This past Sunday, Katie traveled to Baltimore for her first NFL game. Cheer on the team that has made such a difference in her life.
Yeah, this is called a Dynavox, and this is what Katie wants to hear today. What do we want to hear?
Touchdown.
It says touchdown.
Touchdown.
See, it's got pictures of the ref. Yay!
You see this little girl, you know, she's always dressed in her purple outfit. She's got her blonde hair, and you look at her life and what she deals with, and it's an inspiration. It's an inspiration to all of us.
She has a few disabilities that she's overcoming, and just to see her do that and be as excited as she is, it really touches your heart.
Hey, sweetie. Cheers, your pink shoes on.
I'm so proud to be a Baltimore Ravens fan, and they're just incredibly nice people.
I remember Kate.
You know, Kate was overwhelmed at the sea of purple, and I think the whole family was too. They're incredible.
Where are we going?
To know that you've been able to touch somebody and to be able to get them to respond to you in ways that they haven't been able to respond to the outside world just makes you smile.
Well, God bless you, Katie, and to the entire Marchman family, a happy Thanksgiving.
And you know, JB, about time we hear a story like this, because we're inundated with such negativity in the newspapers these days of athletes gone bad and all that other stuff. But I'm here to tell you that 95 to 98% of the NFL and its players are committed to helping families like Katie's. And Katie, the reason I'm wearing purple today is not because I'm a Baltimore Raven fan, it's because I'm a Katie Marchman fan.
Well said.
No question about it. Hey, Katie, I went into Boomer's closet. I have a purple shirt on as well. All right, folks.
Someone should have gave me the memo because I didn't get it.
Absolutely. Still ahead, Ashanti sings our national anthem. But next, how do you get to be an NFL star? Plenty of good home cooking. The NFL today sits down with Thanksgiving dinner for Thanksgiving dinner with the family of Julius and Thomas Jones.
Julius likes the macaroni and cheese and sweet potato pie. Thomas likes the caramel cake and the dressing.
I gotta stuff it all down before I go to meetings. Hopefully I don't fall asleep in a meeting.
Continues their drive towards the SEC title and the national championship. Friday on CBS.
A heartwarming story of family and friendship, united in the fight to help former Cowboy Ron Springs. Kidney failure left him searching for a miracle, and he found it in former teammate Everson Walls. A successful transplant gave him the gift of life, but the storybook ending has taken a difficult turn.
I get a call before the Green Bay game saying, you know, your dad had a cardiac arrest and he went into a coma.
We just want him to wake up. We just want him to wake up.
The NFL Today is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines' convenient nonstop flights, it's like having your own company plane. Sprint, proud sponsors and avid fans of the NFL. And by GMC, official vehicle of the NFL and proud supporter of those who want it more.
And welcome back as we continue live here on this Thanksgiving Day edition of the NFL Today. You know, it's unusual to have one son in the NFL, let alone two. Just ask Betty and Big Thomas Jones, proud parents of the Jets' Thomas and Julius of the Cowboys. Now, the entire Jones family gathered in Dallas last night for Thanksgiving dinner, and Betty was kind enough to invite us to pull up a chair.
Yeah. These are rare times when we get to spend together like this, just hanging out, laughing. You got two teeth, right? It's kind of, you know, bittersweet because I'm over here now. I'm getting in the mode where I'm comfortable and then I got to go back, you know, but at least I get to spend this time with everybody. We get to spend the time together.
This is the time that we dearly love. We don't get it off, you know, much like we like to, but hey, when we do get a chance to have everybody here, we just cherish every minute. We sure do.
It's an exciting time for us all. Got the whole family here. It's special.
Julius likes the macaroni and cheese and sweet potato pie. Thomas likes the caramel cake and the dressing.
Best cook in the world, man. I'm ready to eat right now. I'm starving.
Thank you, Lord, for all that have prepared this food for the nourishment of our bodies. Amen.
Amen, amen. Hey, when we do get a chance to have everybody here, we just cherish every minute. We sure do.
It's an exciting time for us all. Got the whole family here. It's special.
Over here. Julius likes the macaroni and cheese and sweet potato pie. Thomas likes the caramel cake and the dressing.
Best cook in the world, man. I'm ready to eat right now. I'm starving.
Thank you, Lord, for all that have prepared this food for the nourishment of our bodies. Amen.
It's difficult for me and my brother playing against each other on Thanksgiving.
I don't care if they're beating us 50-0. You know, I'm still going to be jumping up and down if he breaks a 60-yard touchdown. I don't care if they get mad or not.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, we both just want to have good games and be healthy, come out of the game healthy, and just enjoy the moment, live in the moment.
Never know when you get it again. On Thanksgiving, national TV, it's a humbling experience for me. Flat out humbling.
We don't get this opportunity often because everybody's going different directions, but Thanksgiving is one of those days that's so special because it is a time for the family to come together. And you can see they are still as close as they were when they were small children.
Nothing's changed other than they're bigger. Personalities are almost identical.
Growing up, you know, we pretty much all we had was each other, and then, you know, you get to this point and, you know, sometimes people let the NFL and money and all this stuff go to your head and change you, but we're the exact same people. You know, we haven't changed, and a lot of that's due to where we grew up and the roots.
At the end of the day, these people around here in this house are the people who really care about you. And, you know, that's who we stick by. That's who we're always going to stick by.
No matter how much money we have or success we have, you know, as long as we have each other, you know, we'll always be happy.
Happy Thanksgiving from the Jones family.
Hey, and many thanks to the Jones family for opening up their home to us. Mama Jones actually sent me a sweet potato pie that Deb Gelman did not bring back, our producer. Deb, I'm really upset about that. She claims that she ate it. But, you know, you may ask the question, how do the Jones family go about deciding which player they're going to root for? Danny, how do they do it?
They have the Jets and the...
Right down the middle. Right down the middle. They got to cover
Guys, it's not going to be down the middle. Let me just tell you, they want Thomas to get his 100 yards and to play well, but they want Julius to win because they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And you know the Jones family is there. They are. Mr. and Mrs. Jones are going to go to the Super Bowl, hopefully, with the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, you didn't get your pie. I'll put this down, so don't eat the shirt.
Oh, man, you know, I am disappointed about that. Hey, sweet potato pie was a staple in our families. We take a look at one half of the Jones clan. There's the other right there. So Thomas and Julius Jones will be going at it. Boomer says they're cheering more for the Super Bowl guy, right? All right, folks, it's time for GMC's Defend Your Pick.
Here we go.
And we're looking ahead to the Jones family feud as the Cowboys host the Jets. Once again, Shannon has sent us his choice, and it will appear underneath my mug. Let's talk about the injuries first. Okay, folks, indeed, for the Jets, wide receiver Lavernius Coles and wide receiver Patrick Creighton are inactive. So, with that information, the pick for today's game is, boy, talk about unanimity.
No surprise.
Gosh. Coach,
Let me just say this, JB. I think when you look at this game, there's just too many weapons that Dallas has. I mean, they got the tandem of Jones and Barber and running back T.O. And I think when you look at this Jet team, they have to play the perfect game. I hope, Thomas, you took an extra helping last night of that dinner because they're going to be leaning on you very heavy today. And I think it's just too much Dallas potential. I mean,
hey, that extra pie might help him in the running game. All right, folks, a reminder for more on the GMC Defensive Player of the Week. Log on to gmc.com/NFL. All right, folks, Green Bay and Detroit went at it earlier. It is a final. Green Bay wins it 37-26. Nick Barnett, Dominic Raiola going at it. A few choice words, but the Lions quarterback John Kitna is sacked. He was sacked 3 times today by the Green Bay defense. Packers quarterback Brett Favre at one point had a team record 20 straight completions. That one to Greg Jennings. Ryan Grant, the running back, got in on the action for a 5-yard touchdown run to put the Packers up by 8. Here to Greg Jennings, 2 touchdown receptions on the day. And in Favre hooking up with Ruvel Martin. Packers go on to win it 37-26, improved to 10-1, their best start since 1962. Favre 31 of 41, 381 yards. and 3 touchdowns. Brett Favre looking good.
Well, JB, it's unbelievable what this guy can do with the football, and when he has time to throw like he had today, and they only had 7 third downs in this game. That's incredible, and that just goes to show you what they're doing on first and second down. And with the young receivers they have, Jones and Jennings and Donald Driver, they're all fitting in together, and they're just on a roll right now.
And the guy, he wasn't even sacked today. I mean, I think that's the thing that's most impressive to me is at his age of 38, he still has this great feel for the presence in the pocket, be able to step up and slide. Not even touched today. Ryan Grant has given him a running game. It's a dangerous team getting to be this time of year.
Well, I believe that their defense is going to give Dallas a heck of a game next week. I just think Dallas at home is going to be tough to beat.
And that defense of Green Bay slipped in one more sack to make it 4 unkidding. All right, folks, time now for our national anthem. Let's join Texas Stadium's PA announcer George Dunham.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Grammy Award-winning, multi-platinum author, singer-songwriter, actress, Ashanti.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
45 degrees and cloudy. Showers likely, a little spritz as we saw. Coming up, the New York Jets taking on the Cowboys. We'll see you back at halftime with a special live performance by Kelly Clarkson.
Gather around for fun and games. Family, the football. Happy Thanksgiving from CBS 2.
Me too. Hi, David. I'm Darren. Nice to meet you. And we're looking at the camera. Who are you? Is the shot from like?
So what are we doing?
Simple. What's Thanksgiving like in Dallas?
Oh, Thanksgiving in Dallas.
Well, it's kind of an American tradition. We eat and watch the Cowboys game.
We always watch.
Always watching the Cowboys play.
Is there another football team?
I couldn't talk to my dad during the game.
I mean, I don't even think I saw my dad.
Yelling at the TV. I mean, literally yelling.
The men end up watching the game in the room.
All the women sat in the kitchen and cooked.
My grandma would cook
endless amounts of food.
Poppy seed bread.
Stuffing.
Sweet potatoes with marshmallow.
Can taste my mom's sweet potato.
I like ham better than turkey. I like turkey better than ham.
I love to eat.
We can pack it down if you put food in front of us.
Eat until you have to loosen that top belt.
Then nap time. Yeah.
Yeah. Think of 3 things when you think of Thanksgiving: food, the Cowboys game, and family.
Everybody getting together. My family.
They would do anything for me.
Their unconditional love and support. My mom passed away almost 2 years ago. And myself and my family are most thankful for my brother who's overseas serving in Iraq. She inspired me not only to be a big Cowboys fan, but to stand where I am today. He's been over there for 2 months, and this is the first Thanksgiving we won't have him.
I have a lot of things to be grateful for, and I am.
I feel so blessed.
Very blessed.
I think we all consider ourselves really blessed.
I'm actually on the sidelines at Texas Stadium on Thanksgiving Day.
This is the game that you grow up watching on Thanksgiving. I can't believe I'm a part of that tradition now. This is what I've watched, what I've grown up with.
Amazing. It's really great to get to be a part of what we do. And I'm proud to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. It is what I'm especially thankful for.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mommy. I love you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Mom and Dad, I miss you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, America. Have a wonderful day. We're all done?
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Awesome. All right, y'all, enjoy the game. Thanks.
And welcome. Family, feasting, and football. Wonderful Thanksgiving traditions. The Jets and the Cowboys are coming up here on CBS. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And to you, my friend, to your family from Kentucky all the way to New Jersey.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Jim. And it's a lot of fun to be here. Growing up, like you, me, you watch these games on Thanksgiving Day, and what do you do at halftime? You go out and you throw the football around a little. So to be here to talk about this game today, I'm really honored.
You know, Tony Romo, the Cowboys quarterback, kind of plays the game that way. Like he's just out in the backyard throwing the football around a little bit. What about the way Romo's been playing?
Well, you're allowed to have a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun when you're playing really well and you play for a good football team. He has been excellent this year. I think the surprise of a lot of people, he's one of the better throwers in the NFL, and he is the main reason why the Cowboys are 9-1.
And last week you had a chance to see Kellen Clemens, the Jets quarterback, direct his team to a win, a surprise win over Pittsburgh. What about the way he's playing?
Well, you got to be happy if you're a Jet fan of the Jet coaches. He leads a late comeback in the fourth quarter to tie the game and then leads you to victory in the overtime. He showed a lot of spirit. He shows talent. He can throw the football down the field. The Jet coaches and players are excited about Kellen Clemens.
All right, now what we've been waiting for, the Nike game points for this one. Phil, take us through them.
Well, a couple key points you want to look for in today's game. Holiday confidence. The Jets feel good, especially after their victory last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dallas, home team alert. You're home. It's a holiday. You're playing a 2-8 team. Don't let down. And for the fans at home, be a pro. Pace yourself so you can eat all day long and enjoy football.
Some good advice there. All right. Thank you, Phil. Experience the NFL on CBS, brought to you in high definition by Sony. Cowboys and Jets. The kick is next on CBS.
The Subway Sunday Tailgate Special. The highlights fans will be talking about at tailgate parties everywhere. Subway, eat fresh. Down by 3 on the last play of regulation, Browns holder Dave Zastudil took the snap from Ryan Pontbriand, and Phil Dawson made a kick that went through the uprights, hit the support beam, and bounced out. Originally called no good, the officials correctly changed it to a good field goal, and Cleveland went on to beat the Ravens.
The Browns have won it in overtime.
Ode to the new Subway Feast. This ain't a sandwich. It's a runaway 18-wheeler of flavor barreling through Tasty Town, and your appetite is slowly crossing its path. Wham! Freshly baked bread hauling a massive cargo of Black Forest ham, roast beef, turkey, pepperoni, and salami. The new Subway Feast. Watch out. Here comes dinner or lunch. Just don't call it a snack. Subway. Eat fresh.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's the Jets and the Cowboys, the NFL on CBS. And Phil, last thought before kickoff.
Well, the last thought is you'd think in a short week somebody would complain about playing in this Thanksgiving Day game. And, Jim, every coach, every player excited. National stage, they know all their peers are watching. The players, they love it.
Well, the Jets will be kicking, coming off that win over Pittsburgh in overtime, snapping a 6-game losing streak, surprising the Steelers. Meanwhile, Dallas is 9-1. This matches their all-time best record through 10 games. It's happened 2 other occasions, yet they have never gotten it to 10-1, which they'll attempt to do today. Miles Austin and Nathan Jones, you saw them deep. It'll come to Austin. And Austin Getting the edge out across the 30 and near the 35. Excellent run back to get it started for Tony Romo. He is 15-5 is Tony through his first 20 career starts. Look at this, 27 touchdowns on the season, on pace for 43. His line sets up like this. Watch the center snap out of the gun today. There were some issues there last week. Owens on one side, Hurd on the other. Creighton is out with an ankle. Julius Jones will start in the backfield, and his brother Thomas gets the start running back for the Jets. They met just a couple of years ago here on Thanksgiving Day when Thomas was a member of the Bears. So from the 37, they get it going with the pass play, and Romo with pressure, able to avoid it, and scoots across the 40. The Jets defense had 7 sacks last week, and they almost opened this game with 1. Ellis had 2 sacks of his own, 2.5 to Robertson. That front last week had 6 total. An emerging star for them is number 52, David Harris, the rookie out of Michigan. And Kerry Rhodes says, we just can't take any of their blows early. We'll be down big. We've got to come out fighting. There's Eric Mangini in his second year as the head coach. And a quick jump by the Cowboys will back them up. Flozell Adams. Bill Carolla and his crew on hand getting this Thanksgiving assignment.
Ball start, 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
All right, this Cowboys team, the second highest scoring team in the league, and here's a little philosophy when Dallas has the ball.
Well, let's look at this Dallas offense. It's all about Tony Romo. They call the plays. Everything they do is to keep him in rhythm and keep him being a dynamic quarterback. For the Jets defense, prepare for lengthy plays, and what that means last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, when you got a mobile quarterback, you've got to stay with your receivers down the field. Don't leave them to come up and try to tackle the quarterback. That's when you give up the big plays.
You saw Wade Phillips, the Texas-born coach. What a sensational first year for Wade. And the Cowboys on second down and 11. See Julius Jones get stacked up, running right into Kenyon Coleman. No gain. Well, this Jets defense just a week ago, coming off of a bye, stepped up and put up its best performance of the season against the Steelers.
You know, they did, Jim, and they did it against an offense that had been running the football well and throwing it in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, they face a Dallas Cowboys offense. If you watch them on TV, you can see it. Look how big they are. The Jets defense, a little undersized. Can they hang in there and fight it out all day long?
It's a 3rd and 9, and the Jets had a little reinforcement into the secondary, though they show blitz. They've got 6 DBs in the game. And that's to Hurd. Hurd has the first down to the 40. That's actually Miles Austin. Miles Austin, is they going to today, with Creighton out of the game, you'll see a lot of Hurd. And Austin now steps up a spot also, picks up 17 on his first catch of the season.
Something the Cowboys do very well. They did it last week against the Washington Redskins. You try to pressure the quarterback, Tony Romo will get rid of the football fast. He is a very good underneath thrower. Miles Austin, even though Patrick Creighton is out, the speed, you saw it then.
Out of Monmouth University near the Jersey Shore is Miles Austin. Now Romo will go right side to Owens, and Rivas runs him out. So what do you think their strategy is on T.O. after he caught 4 touchdowns just 4 days ago against Washington?
Well, Eric Mangini, as he told us last night, you have to put your focus on Jason Witten and Terrell Owens. Hard to do it because the Dallas Cowboys this year, Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator, they line him up everywhere. They put him in motion, so it's hard to double team him.
Pass to T.O. goes for 6 at 2nd and 4. Inside the 40, and taken off is Julius Jones. And then finally Rhodes and Rivas give him the double whammy, but not until the Cowboys advance at another 19.
Well, the Cowboys left side of their offensive line, Flozell Adams and Kyle Kozar, they do a good job. Again, their size, they made contact with the Jets defenders. No Jet defender could get off the block. And then Julius Jones, fast, shifty. When we talked to him, he wants a big game here. Of course, you want it every week, but he really wants to play well against his brother on the other sideline.
And with all the family up in the stands. So on first down, it's Romo. Again, an open receiver. It's Owens. Boy, he has created some separation on those two passes to the right side to T.O. This goes for 13.
When you watch this Dallas offense play, even when they have good running plays, don't think they're gonna go and run it again, because Jason Garrett called those plays. I said it. The offense is built around Tony Romo. They're going to keep him in rhythm. They keep him as the central figure of the offense. And hey, if he misses a couple, there's only one way to complete one. Throw it again.
You can see they had quite a stretch there of 22 games, only one opening drive touchdown. But in recent weeks, it's been gold. And on first and goal, it is Julius Jones picking up just a yard.
And you know, too, Jim, as you look at this Cowboy offense and you see Terrell Owens catching a couple passes early, such a controversial guy around the country, and you talked about all the time on TV, but when you come down here, you talk to all the players and coaches, the one thing you cannot complain about, they say he practices harder than anybody on the team. We were there on Tuesday, and he was full speed when everybody else was going half speed.
They bring in Marion Barber into the backfield. Second and goal from the 7. T.O. comes into the backfield. It's Barber, left side, and in for a touchdown.
Well, that was an overpowering drive, and you say, well, Terrell Owens in the backfield, what's the big deal? It's just a little diversion for the defense. They go, wait, that's something different. He's back. He's different. He's back there. And what do? They hand it out off to the power back, Marion Barber, and they run it right at you.
It definitely got their attention. Barber virtually untouched.
Deception. I say deception when you get inside the 10-yard line. Most of the time, that's what you need to get easy touchdowns.
Nick Folk out for the extra point try. Brad Johnson on the hold. Ladiseur snaps it back, and the Cowboys cover 63 yards in 8 plays. An opening drive touchdown for Dallas. Barber takes it the final 7.
Hey, Janice.
Hey, Phil.
Janice, have you heard about Southwest Airlines' new Business Select? It guarantees that you're one of the first to board, you get extra Rapid Rewards credit, and you get a free drink.
Really?
Yeah, and the ticket is fully refundable.
Cool.
Well, happy birthday, Janice.
Thanks for remembering, Phil.
Business Select, new from Southwest Airlines.
Nice guy.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Cypher stent is not for everyone. If you can't take antiplatelet medicine or have certain allergies, it's not for you. Its risks include the formation of a blood clot in the stent, heart attack, and a repeat procedure. Talk to your doctor about these risks and whether this or other treatments are right for you.
Monday. The Victoria's Secret fashion show, kablammy! They're the hottest women on earth. Wow. So why is Barney
I think he's having a stroke.
striking out?
Hasn't been able to hit on a woman all night.
You know, in Germany, we call this Ach du meine Güte, gar nichts klappt mehr, so gar nichts whoa.
Heidi Klum guests on a new How I Met Your Mother, CBS Monday.
Barber gets the touchdown. Julius Jones with some hard running to set it up, and Dallas was a slow starting first quarter team. The first 6 games of the season didn't have a touchdown through those first 6 in the opening quarter, but that's changed here in the last 4 weeks. 5 touchdowns over the last 4. Kick coming to Leon Washington, who has 3 runbacks on the year, and he fumbles the football and right into the arms of the Cowboys. Courtney Brown with the recovery.
So much for the holiday hangover for the Dallas Cowboys. Tremendous first drive. Then when you get hustle, and I couldn't tell, somebody reaches up, grabs the football and pulls it away from Leon Washington.
Kevin Burnett was the one who stripped it.
Really puts the pressure on the Jet defense here early.
Courtney Brown with the recovery. And the Cowboys, who just ran roughshod through the Jets defense, is right back onto the field again. Set up at the New York 35. Fake to Barber and Romo. A little shoulder fake and a launch toward the end zone. He is picked off. That is Kerry Rhodes. And he will bring it out. Somehow able to pick up an extra 3 from a little bit of touchback. He may have been a little confused whether or not he was outside in the field of play and wanted to be sure. Rhodes had a pick last week. He's got another one here in the first quarter.
It's the season to shop, and the Red Tags are coming back for the Buick Pontiac GMC Red Tag event. And right now, they're bringing the best values of the season. Look for the Red Tag and get 0% financing for 60 months on remaining 2007 Pontiac, Buick, and GMC models. That's 0% financing for 5 full years on all 2007 cars, light-duty trucks, and SUVs while supplies last. The Red Tag event. See some red, save some green.
Do you have what it takes to get a great deal? The latest phones are on sale at Verizon Wireless. They come with America's most reliable wireless network, and they're going fast. So get to a store by November 26th. If you can. The gifts you gotta have are at Verizon Wireless. Versatile Samsung phones like the Multimedia Gleam, the Juke Music Player, and the stylish U740. Hurry, sale ends Monday. Verizon Wireless.
This holiday, give the gifts guaranteed to wow everyone on your list.
And this Friday, get incredible deals only at Best Buy. Like a Toshiba laptop and Canon printer bundle for only $229. A Sony digital camera for $99.99. Even this Samsung 40-inch HD TV with home theater setup, just $1199.99. Want to see even more wow deals? Go to BestBuy.com. Don't miss out on doorbuster deals throughout the store this Friday. That's wow guaranteed, only at Best Buy.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines' convenient nonstop flights, it's like having your own company plane. Best Buy, where this holiday the wow's guaranteed. And by Bud Light, endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
We've had 2 turnovers in a 15-second span. Jets cough it up on the kickoff. Cowboy recovery. First play, Rhodes regains possession for the Jets and their offense on the field for the first time. Leon Washington lined up wide to the right as Clemens goes down the field, and Baker with a beautiful fingertip grab. What control. Picks up 22 yards.
So many teams want to come out and throw a little quick pass. Watch Baker, top of your screen. Makes a little move that's just enough. Every team in the NFL runs that play. Brady James overreacts, and what a play by Chris Baker down the field.
So first down from the 44. Thomas Jones twisting around for a couple. Well, Kellen Clemens connects on his first throw of the game, and he had his first win as a starter just last week. This is career start number 4 for the second-year man from Oregon. His line has been opening some holes in recent weeks. The ground game is starting to get in a groove, though they can't get the rush touchdown. Maybe that'll change today. Cotchery on one side, Brad Smith on the other, as Lavernius Coles is inactive with an ankle sprain. Justin McCareins enters the game for the Jets. 81 is another receiver. Second down and 8. Clemens in danger and is decked. That is Chris Canty with the sack, his 3rd of the year.
The defense did to this offense what the Cowboys offense did to the Jets defense in the first drive. They just overpower up front. And you got a running back on Chris Canty. There is no way Thomas Jones can block a defensive lineman coming straight at him.
So Canty with the sack sets up a 3rd and 17. 6 defensive backs for Dallas. Shotgun time for the Jets, who go screen. Thomas Jones out across the 45 and short of the first. Patrick Watkins, Kevin Burnett, both bounce him out.
Well, as you look at this start of the game, you almost have to say, Jim, good start for the New York Jets, because they are able to overcome that fumble on the kickoff and change field position.
So Ben Graham, who hails from Melbourne, Australia. Both of the punters in today's game are from Melbourne. McBriar on the Dallas side. Will boot it away to Terrence Newman. And a fair catch called at the 11. Romo and the Cowboys lead it 7-0 in the first.
Dude. 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 Dude.
What's behind the grill is what matters most. For those who want it more, there's professional grade. Coming to DVD.
Hey, Becca.
Get some action.
We're gonna party and get crunk and rock out.
McLovin! Nice!
I'm McLovin. Woo! Wow.
Superbad on DVD December 4th.
I'm getting that for show.
Find the perfect gift at Zales this Friday from 8 to noon. Save an extra $300 on this Journey Diamond Pendant. Now just $6.99 at Zales, the diamond store.
Lewis with the screen, lets it go. Got it!
Hansbrough, get out of my way, and it's time.
Is this the dagger?
And passes to Ewing. Patrick Ewing.
Alabama has won!
Hi, my name is Thomas Jones, running back for the New York Jets. And this is my brother, Julius Jones, running back for the Dallas Cowboys. When your family is watching football, our family is playing football. Happy Thanksgiving.
They are playing today with the rest of the family up in the stands, many of whom have traveled from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. And that is Barber for about 3 out to the 15. Thomas Sr. and Betty Jones, there they are. They have 2 boys. They're on the field today. 5 daughters. They had their big feast last night. And Mrs. Jones made the caramel cake for Thomas. That's his favorite. And the sweet potato pie for Julius.
I asked Julius Jones, so where's the speed come from the family? And he immediately said, my mother, 100 meters, she'll tell you how good she was. So pretty unbelievable. 2 brothers, running backs in the NFL.
And that's Barber. And a good tackle by Abram Elam. Well, you consider with the 32 teams and, you know, somewhere close to maybe 3 active running backs per roster. You got 90 running backs in the league, 2 of whom come out of one family.
Yeah, it is amazing. And we've talked to both of them, Jim, and they both said sometimes they like to sit on the bench and gather their thoughts when they're not out there on the field, but not this week. They're going to stand there and watch the field and watch their brother to see how he is doing. And they both said the same thing, too. It spurs the other one on, even when they're not, of course, playing against each other.
Cowboys coming off of 2 straight runs to Marion Barber. That's 3rd and 3. That pass should have been picked off right into the arms of Revis, as Romo was attempting to hit Owens on the slant.
Well, the Jets have everybody up near the line of scrimmage, and they are playing the situation. And Darrelle Revis plays it, knows it's 3rd and short, plays it aggressive, knows that they might throw a short pass, and he had a chance for an interception.
Still 3 and out for the Cowboys, who drove it down the field on their first possession with ease. And then one play possession that was turned into a interception by the Jets, and now the Jets defense stands up 3 and out. Eric Smith with a little pressure on the McBriar punt that hops around on a second bounce, fielded by Washington. Taken down quickly. There is a flag. That was Patrick Watkins downfield for the first hit.
Washington on the return. Patrick Watkins on the tackle flag now.
Leon Washington really set up that overtime win last week with his best punt return of the season, a 33-yard return to put the Jets in field goal range. A couple of running plays later, 3 running plays later, Mike Nugent drove it home for the win.
Illegal block in the back, number 39 during the return. 10-yard penalty. Receivers will keep the ball. First down.
Kellen Clemens and the Jets will have their second series of the game when we come back.
Rated everyone 10 and up.
They'll go anywhere in the world to get their game on. Over 50 outrageous games in Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. Available now.
What's behind the grill is what matters most. For those who want it more, there's professional grade.
Love is like candy on a shelf. You want to taste and help yourself. The sweetest things are there for you. Help yourself, take a few. That's what I want you to do. Just help yourself.
Treat yourself to the rich, decadent taste of Diet Dr. Pepper. There's nothing diet about it.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Comfort Suites. Enjoy our free Savory Starts breakfast full of fresh choices. Book now at choicehotels.com. And by GMC, official vehicle of the NFL and proud supporter of those who want it more.
As you see how they feast down in Stephenville, Texas. A little Heart-Ate barbecue. We've already had the ball change hands 5 times in this one. Not quite 9 minutes into it. And the Jets start this series at the 26. Thomas Jones, and he had nowhere to run. Canty making another play. DeMarcus Ware in on a 2, a loss of 3. This Cowboys defense that is 5th in the league against the rush. You saw why. And on the edges with this linebacking group, Ellis and Ware, they have a combined 15.5 sacks on the season. And Reeves into the starting lineup for Anthony Henry, who is up and active, but does not start with an ankle sprain. It's a 2nd and 13 for New York. That pass is deflected. That is Marcus Spears jumping into the air and never giving the Jets a chance.
Well, Jim, you talk about it's hard to run against this Dallas defense and throw. When you want to throw quick passes, I think that's difficult too, because they will put pressure on the receivers outside, and they're so big on the defensive front. Really, it's 5 defensive linemen in there. Both outside linebackers could be defensive linemen. So it makes it tough to throw over the top sometimes.
Ellis used to be an old defensive end, and like I said, now an outside linebacker along with DeMarcus Ware. So it's 3rd and 13, and they whistle this one dead. Flag first.
Offside, defense. Number 94, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, this at least makes it certainly a little more conceivable here for the Jets. And how about a little philosophy here for New York?
Well, when the Jets have the ball, what they're really worried about is the size of both outside linebackers in case they get matched up against running backs. And for the Dallas defense, Wade Phillips says, we are a pressure defense. We're big. Get them in 3rd down situations. Our crowd noise. We should be able to make some negative plays against the New York Jets offense.
Well, the Jets went screen on the last 3rd and long situation. This is 3rd and 8. And again, Clemens sees the pocket collapse. And it's Ellis this time with the sack.
It's a blitz from the quarterback's right side. It's Roy Williams, and then Ellis goes inside. He goes against Brandon Moore. He gets the angle, and he's able just to force his way right through it. Again, I'm going to keep harping on it, but when you look at this Cowboy team, you can say a lot of things. You can say some bad stuff, but one thing you can't say is they're little.
Clemens has dropped back 5 times and been decked twice. Newman from the 40. Trying to get outside and able to advance it 1 yard into Jets territory after a 37-yard punt. 7-0 Cowboys in the first. Happy Thanksgiving.
In today's luxury game, the question isn't whether or not your car has available features like a 40-gig hard drive. It isn't about sunroofs or Sapelli wood accents, pop-up nav screens, or any of that. No, the real question is, when you turn your car on, does it return the favor?
New on Disney DVD and Blu-ray High Def. The time is upon us. On December 4th, one DVD will take you over the edge.
Hold on! It's been too long.
Bring home the final adventure.
Good one.
Of the biggest trilogy of the decade.
Hold on!
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Own it on 2-disc DVD December 4th for a limited time only.
Better when you win it. eBay. Shop victoriously.
I'm Major Russ Campbell with the Blue Angels, and on behalf of the Fat Albert crew, it's our honor to deliver the Phil Simms All-Iron Award. Happy Thanksgiving, Semper Fi.
10, 20, 30, 45, set up 1, 30, 1, 20, 110. Push over.
Now the Blue Angels. They took off from Pensacola, where we had them warehoused. The Phil Simms All-Iron trophies that'll be presented at the end of the day.
I heard you laugh when that plane took off because it went straight up, and our man Andy Friedman was on it, and he gave it up.
Turned my stomach upside down just watching it. So the Cowboys from the 48. From that play action and to Witten, and that's well defended and complete. That's Abram Elam, who also made the tackle on that punt return a moment ago.
Well, Jim, let's go back and look at the interception. It's trying to get down the field. Tony Romo is. Nice play fake. Trying to throw it deep to Terrell Owens on the outside. And look at Kerry Rhodes in the middle. He is in no man's land, but he does not run away with the fake. He stays in place. He's 6'3", jumps and just makes the interception, which really, really was a big play for the Jets at the time. But you've got to know where number 81 is, because they are going to try to get him the football.
2nd down and 10. Romo shakes off a hit, and then his pummel ball pops out at the end. It's a Dallas recovery. I'm not sure they didn't already rule him down anyway. Now go as a sack, the first of the game for the Jets after they had 7 last week.
I didn't hear the whistle, Jim, and it was a fumble, and the Jets had a unique plan for Ben Roethlisberger last week. And that David Bowen's on the outside. You see that? He didn't get initial penetration, so he's waiting. And the defensive lineman made Tony Romo pay for it.
C.J. Mosley, David Harris, both in on Romo. And it's a loss of 3. So 3rd and 13 coming up for the Cowboys.
Look at this defense. Everybody walking around. Sean Ellis, Eric Barton, they're the ones that put this in.
Good time for Romo this occasion. And Eric Smith almost makes the diving interception. They were heading that pass, the Cowboys were, in the direction of Sam Hurd.
Well, look at the players walking around. The Jet players put this play in, and Eric Mangini says we'll continue to do it as long as we make plays. That time they almost hit Tony Romo. Look at everybody standing up, and they almost intercepted the pass. So we will see this probably later in the game.
So the Cowboys have twice started a drive with a short field. They got picked, and this time it's 3 and out.
I never got to put a play in.
Not that it's still bothering you. There is a fair catch by Washington at the 12. After a 39-yard punt by McGuire. Got a sports fan on your gift list? Well, shop online at the CBS Sports Store and beat tomorrow's crowds. All officially licensed NFL apparel, 20% off right now. Just click on shop, cbssports.com. Here's the lineup Sunday on CBS. It's a doubleheader day. Oakland against Kansas City, and hey, Houston and Cleveland. Always an interesting rivalry going back to their days when they were sharing a division. Doubleheader game. Most will see Denver and Chicago. All starts NFL today at 12 noon on Sunday here on CBS. From the 12, looking right, now left, and trying to find an option, and does. That's McCareins, who came up with some crucial grabs in that field goal tying trip down the field in the fourth quarter last week. Did McCareins. That goes for 11.
Well, a couple things in that drive you're talking about, Jim, and Kellen Clemens also had a big scramble, something he is not afraid to do, to pull the football down and run with it and try to throw the ball down the field as he's doing it. A lot like Tony Romo, just not quite as quick, of course, as Tony Romo.
So that goes for the first. And now they're trying to get something for Thomas Jones. Again, they just collapse on Thomas as soon as he gets the exchange. It's Ware waiting for him to Marcus Ware.
What you hope for, since this Cowboy defense is so big, if you just keep running and you can get some first down, you hope maybe they tire out. And that's when you take advantage of them. Because right now you can see the Cowboys defensively, they are overpowering the Jets here in the first quarter.
Look at that, more than half their plays have failed to produce any plus yardage. Wallace Wright is in as an extra receiver, and straight ahead goes Clemens for 6.
How about that? Well, it's 2nd and long. Let's run a quarterback sneak.
Clemens, a couple of weeks ago against Washington, rushed for 48 yards, had a big scramble late last week as well. So
look at the gap, and it's, of course, this is part of the game plan. He saw it. Instead of being in the shotgun, he came up, got underneath the center, and it's a good call, and it was executed well.
3rd down and 6. And because of the rush by Clemens, the Jets now have positive yards rushing here in the first quarter.
Cowboys showing the Jets, well, we'll stand up and move around too.
And they go Leon Washington, and the Cowboys defend it. Force another punt. It's Jason Hatcher on the hit.
Yeah, just nothing there. And, you know, probably a good, safe call by the New York Jets. You're Brian Schottenheimer, offensive coordinator. You cannot like what you see, so don't let the game get out of hand by trying to throw it down the field. Play it safe. Let the game settle down. Let your players get a feel for what's on defense so they can execute better.
And you may have seen it. That was Marion Barber back deep. He's not going to get a chance to handle it. Not usually their punt returner, as that one goes off the side of the foot near the 40 for Graham. Tonight, you can feast your eyes on a special Survivor. You won't believe what the castaways have to gobble up. It's a special Survivor China And it's tonight on CBS. There was a flag on that punt, which traveled only 32 yards.
Ineligible player in the kicking team, number 27, illegally downfield. 5-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. Receivers will keep the ball. First down.
Well, it went out, they said, at the 39. So adding on the 5, again, the Cowboys for the 3rd time in this game. Excellent starting position. Just a minute to go here in this first quarter in Dallas after its first drive, going down the field in 8 plays and then having a couple of other opportunities in plus territory. This could be much larger than 7-0 right now.
Yes, it could, and you got to give the Jets defense some credit, making a couple big stands, but once again, under pressure near midfield.
It's Julius Jones, and he got the running start out to the 50 for 6. Julius telling us on Tuesday that he hopes in this game, nothing against his own defense, but he says, you know, I haven't had a 100-yard game this year. I'd like to get a 100-yard game on Thanksgiving. He had a huge game, by the way, the last time he met Thomas on Thanksgiving. Well over 100. I'd like to have my first 100, and I'd like to see my brother score his first touchdown as a Jet.
Is he getting?
I'm sure he didn't want his defense to hear that, but
he's getting Thanksgiving and Christmas confused. You can't ask for all these gifts, can you? Thanksgiving.
Well, he has a good holiday record, does Julius Jones.
Yes, he does.
It's amazing. You look at his biggest production. There he is for a first.
You know, the one thing, Jim, a lot of people say, well, the Cowboys are not running the football real well. We're the 3rd in the NFL in passing. You can't do it all. So you make sacrifices. They've built this offense really around their quarterback, and they run the football just to keep it balanced. But like I said, when in doubt, they're going to throw it. Jason Witten, Terrell Owens, and Tony Romo.
They're going to let it run down to close out the quarter. Dallas 7, New York Jets 0. Will return after these messages. And you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Unchain my heart, baby, let me be. Unchain my heart, baby, let me go. Unchain my heart.
This holiday, don't just buy stuff, do stuff. Like spread some joy. Hurry and... Farmer's car is only $9.99. Go to RadioShack.com for other hot deals.
Why would I buy tennis lessons?
How's this? You don't have to pay the charge while American Express helps resolve it.
I don't get to dispute it?
We call it dispute resolution.
Resolve disputes. Interesting. Klaus Umlaut, umpire at the 85 U.S. Open?
McEnroe.
Wait, there's a chance that ball did hit the line. You're not evil. Come here. Less arguing. That's why I'm a card member.
Are you handling disputes with a simple phone call? Are you a card member?
Kate's texting us from her dinner with Jeff. He brought her flowers. Oh. He took her to Chez Francois. Nice. He went to Jared.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores, from the classic to the contemporary, so you'll find the perfect gift every time.
It's for you.
Do you have brothers?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Looks like somebody couldn't keep the fight in the ring.
Brett has anger issues.
The serial numbers show that guns are stolen.
If you're gonna take out an extreme fighter, you better be prepared.
That's an understatement.
A new Without a Trace, tonight on CBS.
Hi, I'm Jason Witten of the Dallas Cowboys. This is my wife, Michelle, and our son, CJ. From our family to yours, we want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, well, thank you for that as we begin the second quarter. And Romo stepping away from the heat. Still behind the line of scrimmage. Now able to advance it for about a yard. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, the CBS crew on hand here with a Dallas 7-0 lead just starting the second quarter. Pretty good presence by Romo. Looked like a couple of times they were going to close in on him and take him down for a sack.
Yeah, pretty good presence, but once again, we saw it last week. The coverage down the field didn't allow him to throw it once he broke the pocket, Jim. The Jet defender's doing a good job staying with the receivers. And Terrell Owens, he came across the field. He didn't know what happened because he was laying on the ground after about 3 steps.
Second down and 9. They go Julius Jones, barreling up the middle of the field, inside of the 40. And we were talking about how he has feasted come holiday time in 3 of his 4 best outings. Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving. This is one against his brother in 2004 for 150. New Year's weekend. Give him a holiday and let him run.
Just lie to him and tell him it's Christmas tomorrow. But you can see the difference when he's in the game. He's just got that burst. He's fast. Marion Barber comes in the game. Little different type of runner. All NFL teams. It's good when you have 2 guys that have a little bit of a different look.
It's 3rd and 4 with on and off showers here in Dallas. Temperature in the high 40s. Romo to Witten. Right off his holiday greeting, Jason Witten with his first catch of the game. And it goes for 12 and a first down.
Yeah, that time everybody was looking at Tony Romo. They're playing zone, and if he tries to run for the first down, he is not going to get it. But he waits and waits, and finally, Jason Witten, look at the work he has to do. Brian Thomas all over him.
T.O. got knocked down again. You might have seen him in frame. He's taking some licks out there.
Well, that's something Eric Mangini learned from Bill Belichick at the Patriots. When they cross the field, you're allowed inside of 5. Chuck them, knock them down.
The 27, it's Jones. And that picks up 2. Matt Chatham, the first to get to him.
You know, Jim, just going back to that last play, we saw Tony Romo moving in the pocket. That's what he does. And what did he tell us on Tuesday? He goes, I like the misperception that people have of me that I'm always running around outside trying to make these plays, so they guard against it. And I could just move inside the pocket and throw it down the field.
Says they're always running those highlights of me moving around, but it doesn't happen all that frequently. Here from the pocket, he throws, and he's got Witten for the touchdown. Jason Witten from Tony Romo.
This Cowboy offense, they go up the field as much as anybody in the NFL. On the outside, Jason Witten, just a little bit of a hesitation, turns it up the field, and the Jets are confused whether they're playing man coverage or zone. Nobody runs with him, wide open for the touchdown.
Only Tony Gonzalez has more catches at the tight end position, and Witten has a 6th touchdown of the year. Makes it 14-0. It covers 25 yards. Romo's 28th touchdown pass of the season. 14-zip.
Hey everybody, check this out. Who wants whiskey?
Tradition meets innovation. Lockable in-bed trunk on the Ridgeline, built by Honda.
A sleek, responsive touchscreen. VCast video, music, and GPS navigation ready.
Turn left.
And that's just the half of it. The Voyager, with full keyboard and touchscreen. Touch does more on America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless.
Find the perfect gift at Zales this Friday from 8 to noon. Save an extra $150 on these diamond earrings, now just $149. At Zales, the diamond store.
Introducing the D64 series, the slimmest, lightest Aquas ever. From the leading innovator in liquid crystal television, Sharp.
The one person she's most like
Your daughter sees ghosts, okay?
is the one person Melinda can't help.
Becca!
New Ghost Whisperer. Then he thought he killed her. Think again.
She's back from Mick.
A new Moonlight after a new Ghost Whisperer, CBS tomorrow.
You ready for a little snow in Dallas? Well, I know it was in the 40s just a short while ago. What does that bring back some memories around here on Thanksgiving Day? Back in 1993, the famed Leon Lett game. A few flakes in the air and a little pooch kick. Comes to Baker. And the Jets will get their best starting point at the 40. Yes, a Thanksgiving memory. 1993. Sleet, a little snow. Pete Stoyanovic's 41-yard field goal at the end of the game, blocked. All the players telling Leon Lett, don't touch the ball, but he does. Squirts out, Miami regains possession. Stojanovic gets another attempt. He was from Fort Worth. Comes back here to his home area and boots it through for a Miami win. Not expecting quite a scene like that. Jets from the 40. And Thomas Jones coming off a 100-yard performance last week. Unable to get anything started today. That Dallas front just waiting for him every time.
Yeah, they are. And the Jets trying a couple different things. As you look at the snow come down, I don't think it's going to accumulate, but I promise you this. The quarterbacks on both sides they'd rather see snowflakes than the drizzle and the rain.
Jets have yet to run a play on the Dallas side of the field. The Cowboys have had 13 snaps, conversely, in Jets territory. 2nd down and 9. A momentary slip by Thomas Jones, stiff-arming Roy Williams, and then he is walloped out of bounds by Williams and Brady James. Terrence Newman also just picks up 3.
Jim, let's go look at the touchdown. It's a blitz by the Jets. Watch each tight end as they go up the field. Sometimes you call a defense and the offense calls the perfect play against it. And if you're Tony Romo, either way you look to throw the football, it's going to be a touchdown. So again, the Dallas Cowboy offense, they're always sending somebody deep. If he's open, of course, they throw it to him.
Jets have picked up only 2 first downs in this game. 6 yards needed for a first. Clemens, jump pass. And Smith catches it, but backed up immediately. Anthony Henry in there, along with Kevin Burnett. And the Jets with a short possession again.
Yeah, just clever defense by the Dallas Cowboys. They're just not going to let anybody on the Jets offensive line double team one of the pass rushers. Wade Phillips loves to get after quarterbacks. He did it in San Diego. They're aggressive down here. And Kellen Clemens, he knows it. Doesn't even have time to look down the field.
Terrence Newman is the returner on this occasion. Last time it was Marion Barber, who never had a chance to field it. Newman's going to run away from this one. Bounces at the 1, and the Jets. Brad Smith, did he get there in time? Oh, the Jets bobble it, and it's a touchback. Wallace right. They botch a golden opportunity to pin the Cowboys back deep.
Hey, Coach, do you know that Coors Light tastes as cold as the Rockies?
You must think I'm dumb.
No.
Coach, no, it's just that some people don't know the Rockies are cold.
Would they be someone that you would think would know anything?
No.
Hey, Coach, you ever consider changing your nickname from Big Tuna to Big Coors Light?
This conversation's going nowhere, okay?
Okay.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach, our girlfriends think we talk too much about football and Coors Light.
But that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Preaching to the choir.
The sun burns at 11,000 degrees, especially when it's on your side of the cabin. But the Acura MDX monitors the sun and adjusts to keep you comfortable. If it knows where the sun is, imagine everything else it knows. Satellite-linked, fully automatic climate control. Only from Acura. Acura. advance.
Take advantage of attractive financing on select Acura models for well-qualified customers.
And Gleason recovers a fumble in the end zone. That's his first career touchdown. Wait, is that a Dr. Pepper? Oh, he's going to make the most of this one.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could
Definitely
attend.
milking it. Oh, can you believe this? We might be here all night. Is he really going to do this? Look out.
Only Dr. Pepper has 23 flavors packed in one bold taste. For those who make the most of everything.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by MasterCard. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. eBay. Shop victoriously. And by Sprint. Proud sponsors and avid fans of the NFL.
Well, the Cowboys will start at the 20 because Wallace Wright had to come down and touch it. This was like a Leon Lett play for the Jets. That ball was not going anywhere if he just would have left it alone. And now Dallas. And Romo is taken down by Eric Barton.
Well, I think the Jets, they can already sense what's going on in this game. We got to take some chances, and we got to get after them with our defense. And good timing on the blitz. Eric Barton kind of fakes Tony Romo out. Looks like he's going to cover it. All the last second times it, gets around unblocked, and the coverage down the field for the first time was really tight and nowhere for Tony Romo to get rid of the football.
7-yard sack. As the Jets, the last 2 weeks now, really picked it up when it comes to quarterback pressure. Witten alongside Romo in the backfield, and Barber, the other one, flanking the quarterback, gets the handle. Now the Jets last week against Pittsburgh, they had 9 sacks on the whole season going into this game and then put up 7, getting the Roethlisberger in Ben's face throughout.
Well, I'll say this. They did a good job. They could create some confusion. They do a lot. The Dallas Cowboys, they told us, boy, you got to work a long time to go over all the looks they give you. But the Jets were not near as confident of getting to Tony Romo as they were to Ben Roethlisberger. Here's that everybody walking around defense again.
No one in a down position for the Jets. From the stand-up on 3rd and long, the Cowboys get over to Barber, and the Jets, David Harris, the rookie, throws him down. That was Sean Ellis coming after the quarterback, David Harris decking the receiver, Barber.
Well, just a key for the Jet fans. Anytime you see 2 guys in the backfield, it looks like for the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to do that. Let's walk around and see if we can confuse the blocking assignments for the offense and confuse, of course, the quarterback on who's going to be open. It's worked both times.
David Harris, who made that tackle, had 24 tackles in a game against the Redskins a couple of outings ago. Breyer caught this one. And it's Washington returning from the 29, backing up, trying to create separation. A long way to go for about a 3-yard return. Justin Rogers brings him down, 54-yard boot. Jets offense has to get cranking, down 14.
Stay tight in the pocket. Be on time. Is he blitzing?
3 seconds until sack.
Work your eyes to the left. Stare down that safety. Off the mic. What's the corner doing? Left seat or left hook?
2 seconds until sack.
We need this one.
Looking for Harrison. Harrison's completely covered.
1 second until sack.
Who's breaking free? Who's breaking hot? Who's behind?
As soon as Manning thinks it, then you see it. Highlights, updates, and scores at the speed of light. This is the NFL at sprint speed.
And now another priceless pep talk from Peyton Manning.
Bummed about that gut. Wish you had rock hard abs. Look, I'm going to be honest. Unless you're under the age of 23 or a professional football player, it's probably not going to happen. If I were you, I'd just buy some bigger shirts.
And this has been another priceless pep talk from Peyton Manning. Go to Priceless.com for a personalized pep talk you can send to a friend.
Hey everybody, check this out. Who wants white meat?
Tradition meets innovation. Lockable in-bed trunk on the Ridgeline, built by Honda.
The new Philips Norelco Architect, a shaver with flexible heads which pivot and rotate freely to give you a great shave even on the neck. Simplicity is making hard-to-reach places easy to reach.
Let's get out there and play! An hour a day.
I'm in. There are lots of great play ideas online.
On behalf of the NFL and all the NFL officials, we want to wish you and your families a happy and safe holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Bill Corello and his team, we enjoyed sharing the Thanksgiving feast last night with them. We've had almost as many punts in this game as we have had first downs, but the Cowboys have found the end zone twice. Jets' production offensively so far negligible.
Jets not doing much on offense, so you give a 5-wide receiver look. You got to change it up. You got to find a way to make plays.
They start out on first down out of the gun. They hit Baker, and he's going to fall for, well, maybe a first down. They've got only 2 in the game. They're going to give it to him. They make that 3 first downs for the Jets. Their first 4 possessions, not much to talk about. Still not a single snap in the Dallas end of the field.
Yeah, that's right. Kellen Clemens coming to the sideline to get the play. Something must have happened to his microphone in his helmet. But, Jim, I always say this. You hear me say it all the time. When it's not happening on the field, a lot of times the coach, it's up to you. Make a play, make the players get involved, and get them going.
Back under center, and it is Thomas Jones. Had a quick burst and then hit the wall near the 46. Kellen Clemens, talk about all the players on the field, talk about the Cowboys being here today, but probably the truest Cowboy of anyone on the field today would be Kellen Clemens, raised on a 3,500-acre cattle ranch in the southeast pocket of Oregon, Burns, Oregon. And he says, yes, I consider myself a true cowboy. Boots, spurs,
chaps,
got the hat, the whole
big
thing.
Big cowboy hat, breaking coats, and he says, it's awesome. I'll take his word for it.
He faces 2nd and 6. Oh, and that one just wide of his tight end. The family back there in Burns is getting together over at Grandma's house. Grandma Clemens, that was a long-time family tradition, and he was savoring it all, just talking about the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the pumpkin pie. And they're all watching back home in Burns, up the meadow from the main house.
And he made it clear when he was growing up, that great family atmosphere, that he did not like the Cowboys. Even though you were trying to tie it in. Oh, you were a cowboy on the farm. Were the Cowboys your favorite team? He goes, no, I hated them.
He liked the 49ers.
That's right, Joe Montana.
He needs 6 here to pick up another first. And he's picked. Look out, it's Terrence Newman. Terrence Newman's going to take it in for the touchdown.
Well, he's not going to like the Cowboys anymore now, and that was just a pure play by Terrence Newman going, please throw it. He had the perfect angle. The quarterback is going to have a hard time recognizing it, and when the football is thrown, what a break by Terrence Newman. He just waited, and you can do that when you have his kind of speed, and the receiver is breaking towards the sideline, so the football's got to stay in the air a little longer, and he catches it for the easy touchdown.
Boy, Romo got a big kick out of that, didn't he? And Coach Phillips, who told us that Newman just now is really 100% for the first time. A 50-yard run back, and it's 21-0. Terrence Newman. His pass was intended for Cotchery. It's all Cowboys down here in Big D.
Ladies and gentlemen, the missing page from the diary of John Wilkes Booth.
This is a clue that will probably lead us to the greatest treasure of all time.
National Treasure, Book of Secrets, rated PG.
It moves at the speed of technology. 286 horsepower and real-time traffic. The Acura TL Type S. Time is the greatest luxury of all. Acura Advance.
Take advantage of attractive financing on select Acura models for well-qualified customers.
This is a clue.
I need your help. Does it involve treasure?
It can't be.
This is big. This is really big.
National Treasure, Book of Secrets, rated PG. This Thanksgiving,
thank God for trace analysis.
gather around for a night of fun and games.
It's like Clue, only CSI-er.
Whodunit? And see how CSIs sharpen their skills.
The killer is somebody in the lab.
This could be a case of lab geek humor gone wrong.
This episode
Looks like you're at a dead end. I'm just getting started.
is a blast. A new CSI, CBS tonight.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new Zune. Music, pictures, video, and an FM tuner. You make it you. And by the Ridgeline from Honda. Strength meets intelligence.
This Dallas defense, quite a story today. Greg Ellis hugging Terrence Newman. That's his first interception return for a touchdown. He had a punt return earlier in his career. He was their first round pick, 4th overall back in 2003. Dylan Clemens has to come right back out after seeing that one go the other way. It's time to go ahead and just send it down the field to Leon Washington. Avoids 2 hits. He has the edge. Leon Washington with a flag. As for the first time in the game, the Jets were able to advance the football to Dallas territory, but a flag will likely bring it back. 39-yard return.
Illegal block in the back, number 52 of the return team. 10 yards penalty, receivers repeat the ball, first down.
Well, let's look at that interception that Kellen Clemens threw, Jim. Terrence Newman is right here watching the quarterback the whole time. It's a blitz, so he thinks it could be a quick throw, so he never takes his eyes off of Kellen Clemens. Makes the break, and Wade Phillips.
Look at, I was mentioning the quarterback got quite a kick out of that.
Well, they made a nice little touch because Tony Romo's come across that field and slapped Wade Phillips' hands a few times. And Wade Phillips goes, hey, that's a little too much pain involved there.
He took a little off of that one, didn't he? And there's Thomas Jones. He picks up 5. Tomorrow on CBS, Christopher Lloyd guest stars on Friday's #1 show, Numbers. It's all new tomorrow at 10, 9 Central on America's #1 network. Well, these are not pretty numbers from the Jets side. Giving it away twice. And to pick up a first with Jones. That penalty on the kick return cost them about 31 yards. Jones picks up 8 on that run. In the rain now, it's back and forth between rain and snowflakes. Coming down a little more forcefully. 20% chance of rain was the forecast today.
Well, that's why you don't want to make a living being a weatherman. It's tough.
Let's have a new set of downs at the 35. And as Jones driving hard for about 6. Now you got a young quarterback like Clemens. He's just seen one run back. What kind of pass call do you give a young guy just to get his confidence back?
Well, Jim, I'm going to tell you this right now. There are no easy ones today. This Dallas defense is going to be aggressive, so they're going to make Kellen Clemens hold it and see somebody come open and throw it. But Eric Mangini told us, and the Jets, they say one thing they like about him, he can forget bad moments. Well, we'll find out. Can he forget the interception and still keep throwing the ball down the field?
4 straight running plays after the pick. He said he has a short memory when it comes to football. That picks up only a yard. He's one of the youngest starting quarterbacks in the league. 4th youngest to start a game this year. See, Alex Smith of the 49ers started games now.
3rd year.
On and off, yeah, for a number of years, and he's still the youngest to have started.
this is the way the Jets really want to play. They want their defense to stiffen up and be better, but they want to run the football more, control the tempo. They did that last week, down 21-0. Hard to be patient.
Clemens again does not have the services of Lavernius Coles, out with an ankle sprain. Clemens, pass, caught, tough grab, and he held on to it. McCareins. And finally, the Jets are in plus territory for the first time. That goes for 18.
I'm not wanting to say, oh, that answers the question, because we saw Kellen Clemens throw it down the field, but that took some touch. He had to wait. The defense was coming at him again, and he threw it into tight coverage, and Brad Smith, 2 hands on it. This league, when you catch one in the air down the field, I'm sorry, it was Justin McCareins who caught it, you are going to get hit once it hits your hands.
From the 40, Thomas Jones almost is able to get through that seam. Manages only 2. Roy Williams comes up. Now, inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half, maybe the Jets can produce something here. Try to gain a little momentum. Been nothing for them so far. It was their first snap in Dallas territory. On 2nd and 8, over the head of Baker. We've got the Sprint halftime report coming up. JB, Dan, Boomer, and Coach Cowher look at the first half of our game here, and they will talk with Brett Favre following the Packers' win over Detroit earlier today, and a live performance here in Dallas by Kelly Clarkson. It's all coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Leon Washington in on 3rd down. 3rd and 8 for the Jets. Got Washington, who slips, steps up, and still about a yard shy. Maybe we're going to say he went out first. Back at the 33.
You said right, you saw him slip. There's a little film. You can see it on the field, the mixture of rain and snow. So when players make those sharp cuts, they got to be careful.
4th and 3, the offense stays on the field. And they may just wait and face this obstacle on the other side of the 2-minute warning. There you go. So they'll face that 4th and 3 coming out of the break. 21-0 Dallas.
You hear that?
What?
I think I hear reindeer.
Come on, everybody! Let's go! All right! A new table saw for me? Are you kidding? Way to go, Santa! Woo!
Get a 4-burner stainless gas grill for only $179, or an 18-volt Ryobi 4-piece combo for $59. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Oh, look, there's a ladder, too.
Hold on tight to your dream.
Introducing the all-new ultra-low emission Accord from the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. Because making the perfect car isn't just about the road, but rather everything beyond it. The all-new ultra-low emission Accord from Honda.
America's #1 movie is a 3D thrill ride. Rolling Stone says Beowulf will have you begging for more.
Such a strong man you are.
Beowulf, rated PG-13, now playing.
You guys got any paper plates? You know they measure them diagonally. Move! Oh, you have a plunger.
At least you can keep your heartburn from coming back with Prilosec OTC, the only OTC heartburn remedy that works for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. The round-the-clock heartburn blocker.
Round the Clock Blocks, brought to you by Prilosec OTC. In the Jaguars' win over San Diego, David Garrard's touchdown pass to number 89 Mercedes Lewis was set up by a key block from running back Maurice Jones-Drew on linebacker Sean Merriman.
Oh, what a block by Maurice Drew. He stoned him, is right, knocked him on his butt.
Block heartburn for 24 hours with one pill a day. Round-the-clock blocks brought to you by Prilosec OTC.
A stolen first edition will turn this math whiz into a superhero.
Come here to catch the evil mastermind. The real one could be here.
Numbers, new episode CBS tomorrow.
To win this leg of the race, teams need a little rhythm. Critics call Amazing Race an addictive adrenaline rush. New episode CBS Sunday after 60 minutes.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, you know about Eric Mangini's thoughts in this territory, 4th and 3 at the 33.
Well, he says on 4th down, it's easy to go for it when your defense is playing really well. That's not quite the case today. But where they are, the 33-yard line, down 21-0, this is not even a tough decision. The decision would have been if you're on like the 40 or the 43, then what would you do? That would have been tough. I think even then, Eric Mangini would have gone for it.
Got a challenge flag thrown over by the Jets by Mangini.
Challenging, could he be challenging the spot of the ball? I don't think that's it.
He could possibly be challenging. Where did Leon Washington go out of bounds? And one time we thought it was within a yard of it.
The Jets are challenging the ruling on the field of the out-of-bounds spot.
Yes.
We'll review the play where the player stepped out of bounds.
I thought Washington maybe got it to the 31. They spotted him at the 33. Got to his feet. Yeah, he did step out. They won't win that challenge.
Hi, I'm a bright idea from Discover Card, and lately I've been telling people about the newest way Discover Card pays you back, the Discover Motiva Card. When you pay your bill on time 6 months in a row, you get the next month's interest back as a cash reward. Of course, an idea this new is bound to surprise some people. But I'm starting to break through.
Pays you back for paying on time. The Discover Motiva Card.
I've been to Richmond, Chevy Chase, seeing clients face to face. California, Del Mar, got a flashy rental car. Comfort Suites, love this place. Take a look at all the space. Smoke-free, clean air, the rooms, the lobby, everywhere. Downtime, shop for toys, pick up presents for the boys. Little Rock, feeling fine, getting home right on time. I've been everywhere, man.
This fall, stay at Comfort Suites, Comfort Inn, Quality, Sleep-In, or Clarion Hotels. After 2 separate stays, you'll earn a free night with Choice privileges. For reservations, visit choicehotels.com.
I've been everywhere.
Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
And this is much closer on second review.
Can't tell by that angle.
Did the arch of the foot come down, touch the white line, touch a little paint at all? Here's even a better angle. This would tell you no. It's so close.
He's in.
Now, if in fact they win the challenge, they're still going to be short of the first, you got to think, by about a yard, but they'd have 4th and just a yard. And then, by the way, the play occurred outside of the 2 minutes. So 2-minute warning, so it could be challenged.
That's why the Jets could challenge it.
After reviewing the play was stand as called. The receiver's left foot stepped out of bounds at the spot where the ball was placed. The Jets will be charged with their first challenge and also for a timeout.
So, Jim, you're telling me this foot, that's out of bounds? And I know it's very close, but
got to have the indisputable evidence to overturn it.
It was enough to say for me
is
to
it
say
conclusive?
That shot's not, but the second one, I thought it was conclusive, but it was close.
All right, we've been sitting on this play for about 6 minutes, real time. Here we go, 4th and 3. Jets putting together the best drive of the day. Will it continue? Clemens, tough pass. Cotchery has it. And the Jets will continue to march from the 21. That picks up 12.
That was some throw by Kellen Clemens. Not open initially, and he kind of retreated, threw off his back foot.
Cotchery with his first grab of the game. Ball slips out of the hands of Clemens. And they'll lose a yard.
Yeah, with this little drizzle coming down, the field being wet, possible you could have the ball slip through your fingers, so you got to be careful.
Call it a 2nd and 11. Toward the end zone. Ball tipped away. Ken Hamlin and Jock Reeves doubling up on Brad Smith.
Well, Jim, let's go back. Look at this 4th down throw. Initially, Cotchery not open, but he keeps working, makes a fine catch. And the last time, Kellen Clemens immediately looked out to his right. He throws it to Brad Smith, and Ken Hamlin, the safety, runs to that sideline as soon as that ball was snapped. Good break up by Reeves, but also Ken Hamlin making a big hit.
Big hit on his own player. Took them both out. 3rd and 11. Running out of the pocket. Clemens looking end zone, firing it. Jet players down. No contact, they say, no flag. It was intended for Cotchery. That was Keith Davis back defending. So they'll bring out Nugent.
Nothing there initially. Kellen Clemens does a good job. Something he does break out of the pocket quite a bit. And that's an incidental trip in the end zone, and that is not a flag. Nobody to throw it to, so throw it away and get a field goal try.
Mike Nugent, who won the game in overtime last week, his first career attempt in overtime, and he made it. This will be a 40-yarder. The kick is good. Jets on the board with 39 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, that gave the Jets a little confidence. They got a little rhythm on offense, so they go in at halftime. They got to feel a lot better. At least they got a chance to make some plays on the offensive side.
13-play drive, Phil. I hadn't seen anything like that until just moments ago. Been shut down most of the day. Coming up again, Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. We'll look back at the first half here. They'll have a chat with Brett Favre following the Packers' victory today over Detroit, and the live performance by Kelly Clarkson coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Well, your Blue Angels bringing in the hardware, the all-iron team, the Phil Simms Trophy.
You're going to the Texas Stadium where the Cowboys play. That's affirmative.
I thought they were going to parachute the trophies in.
Well, you know, I was offered the opportunity to fly in one of those jets, I guess you would say. And
well, why didn't you? David Faraday did it this year. Our golf colleague.
You know, there's just certain things that just don't thrill me anymore, and that's one of them.
Miles Austin snags it at the 9. And is tackled at the 33. Speaking of David Faraday, our colleague, I'd like to pass along happy Thanksgiving to all of our CBS brothers and sisters. And David, by the way, is overspreading goodwill and good wishes to the troops over in Iraq during this Thanksgiving Holiday over there with some of the members of the PGA Tour. Corey Pavin, for example, did that last year with Frank Licklider and some others. 33 seconds to go here in the first half. Romo will come out in shotgun. See if they can come up with a little something here before the intermission. They go run. Hip hop move. It's Barber to the 36. Dallas has 3 timeouts, but not looking to take one.
Well, like most teams, Jim, they'll try to get a first down before they do call a timeout. This taking so long, even if they pick up the first down, it's going to be hard to get a field goal attempt.
Back to Barber and immediately hit by Harris for no gain. Jets will be getting the second half kickoff. But they go to the locker room down big. Dallas 21 and the Jets 3. Kelly Clarkson will be taking the field here shortly. We're going back to New York, though, first for the Sprint halftime report. That's coming up after this message. And a word from your local station. Again, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Teenagers abusing prescription drugs with deadly consequences. Generation RX starts Monday on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Monday. If you really want to know the secrets of the rich and famous, ask the nanny.
Who would want to hurt her? Vanessa was one of her nannies, but I didn't know much about her.
It's not that I don't want to be a great mother. Mommy! I'm just not capable. Are you capable of murder?
New CSI Miami, CBS Monday.
Without a Trace, tonight on CBS.
Go straight on.
The world's most up-to-date maps, available only with TomTom MapShare. TomTom, go confidently.
Not thinking about the unexpected? Fortunately, Chevy has. In a crash, your car can automatically send a signal to OnStar for help even if you can't. It's just one of 9 OnStar services standard for 1 year on the 2008 Impala. So if you thought you knew Chevy, think again. Qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on this 08 Chevy Impala LT for around $199 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Log on now to ChevyDriveChicago.com. Check us out today.
SAP software has made running my mid-sized business much easier. Actually, I have time for lunch. It's all very glamorous.
So let's find you a phone. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I travel in business.
Smartphone, perfect for email.
I work out a lot.
The rocker plays music.
I'm allergic to felt. I like photography.
Great. How about a camera phone?
Smartphones, music phones, camera phones, and more. The variety you want is all right here. U.S. Cellular is wireless where you matter most.
Breaking Bears news from CBS 2. Text Bears to 66247 now.
CBS Sports presents The Sprint. Sprint, proud sponsor and avid fans of the NFL.
And welcome back to our New York studios and the Sprint halftime report. I'm James Brown, along with the fellows Dan Coach and Boomer Esiason. The score at halftime, Dallas up 21-3. Boom.
All right, let's take a look at these highlights as the Cowboys run the perfect play for this defense. Here comes Abram Elam. He's a safety. It's a safety blitz. Throws the ball right over Matt Chatham to Witten. Nice play right there. Nice execution. Then Kellen Clemens looking the whole way. Terrence Newman, he watches it. He picks it off. Returns it 50 yards. 21-3 at halftime. There's a high five this week as opposed to last week in which Wade Phillips almost had his hand broken by Tony Romo. So the young quarterback learned, as you can see, right there, 21-3 at halftime. He's coachable.
Well, I think when you look at this game, I think it's simply right now the Jets' offense is just can't do it. They're 1 of 8 on third down. They're trying to run the ball with Thomas Jones. There's only 11 carries for 26 yards. The defense has not played that badly, but they got to get something going on offense to have a chance to get back in this game.
21-3 Cowboys on top right now at the half. All right, folks, earlier today, it was Green Bay Packers improving to 10-1, their best start since 1962, 11-point winners over the Detroit Lions. After the game, we spoke with Brett Favre and asked him what worked well today.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that worked well for us was Donald Driver. I tell you, he makes me look great. I threw him a couple of 3-yard passes, and he's almost impossible to tackle the first go around.
Brett, it's Dan Marino here. You know, when you're just making it look way too easy this year, do you feel like you're having one of the best years ever?
I feel like right now, Dan, it's probably the best I've played, especially my decision making. The old saying, take what they give you. I think I'm doing that, but also being somewhat aggressive at times and making some plays and throwing the ball accurately. But we know it's what happens from here on out. But up to this point, I think for an 11-game stretch, it's about as good as I can play.
Brett, you have a huge game next week against Dallas. What is it going to take to beat the Cowboys?
We have to find a way to keep our defense off the field. We know their offense can score and will score. So, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on us to run the football and stay on the field. And when we get opportunities to score, we got to get more than field goals.
Hey, Brett, how will you enjoy Thanksgiving? Will it be in a traditional dinner setting, or will you just eat on the road back home?
Well, we'll be home shortly. You know, it's a short trip for us. But Deanna stayed up till midnight last night cooking. she cooked the dressing, the turkey, and she said she cooked cheesecake and just all kinds of stuff. And believe me, I'm starving right now. It's a struggle right now to hold out till I get home.
Take care. Thank you so much, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
You know what? No matter that I'm on a strict menu right now, Dan gives me the food question to ask Brett Favre, you understand? Anyway, second half, Jets, Cowboys.
Well, you know, when you think about the first half and you see the defensive line of Dallas Cowboys, they just really dominated this game, controlled the line of scrimmage. The Jets weren't able to run the football, as Coach Cowher said. Thomas Jones only 26 yards rushing. So the important thing in the second half for the Jets to make this a football game is Kellen Clemens has to find a way to put some points up, throwing the football and converting on third down for the Jets to have any chance at all. And Boomer's falling asleep.
I think I'm ready to take a nap after all that turkey we had, man. I'm telling you. Jets keep playing like this, well, I'm going to go to sleep, I'm telling you.
Coach told me to leave the sweet potato pie alone, and I'm going to do it. All right, folks, coming up, Kelly Clarkson performs live from Texas Stadium when the Sprint halftime report continues right here on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint halftime report. Sprint, proud sponsor and avid fans of the NFL.
Come on, Peyton Manning's the ultimate field general.
He looks like an aerobics instructor.
What?
All this nonsense, just for show. I'm not really changing the play, but this looks smart and cool, right? I'm available for parties. Call my agent.
I'm the Super Bowl champ. America loves me.
Touche there. Fist bump. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, I'm never going to do it.
The world champion Colts battle the Falcons Thanksgiving night on NFL Network.
My name is Sean Springs. My dad Ron played in the NFL, but that's not why he's my hero.
I'm Everson Walls. I played pro ball with Ron, but that's not why he's my friend.
Or why Everson is family.
This is his story and uniquely ours to tell.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint halftime report. Sprint, proud sponsor and avid fans of the NFL.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium, where the tradition of giving only grows stronger on this Thanksgiving Day. For the last 11 years, the Dallas Cowboys and the Salvation Army have been teaming up to kick off the National Red Kettle campaign. For over 100 years, the familiar sound of the Salvation Army bells have been ringing out across the country during the holiday season to inspire your support of those in need.
It's one of the greatest love songs you'll ever hear, and it goes like this. For thousands of people in desperate need, the sound of a Salvation Army bell is a song of hope.
Being at the Salvation Army, I think it really helped me to be where I'm at today.
Salvation Army is working wonders right now, and I think, it's going to just get better from here.
So many people benefited from what they do, and Salvation Army is just a first-class organization.
I think it's important just to try to better everybody and give them the same opportunity that we have.
You're not just giving money just to be giving money, but you're giving money to empower somebody's life and their experience in Christmas.
So when you hear it, you have a choice. You can ignore it, or you can join in.
Ladies and gentlemen, two-time Grammy Award winner Kelly Clarkson.
You've got your mother and your brother, every other undercover telling you what to say. You think I'm stupid, but the truth is that it's Cupid, baby. Loving you has made me this way. So before you point your finger, get your hands off of my trigger. Yeah, you need to know the situation's getting older now. The more you talk, the less I can say. No, looking for attention, not another question. Should you stay or should you go? Well, if you don't have the answer, why you still standing here? Hey, just walk away. Just walk away. Hey. I waited here for you like a kid waiting after school. So tell me, how come you never show, boy? I gave you everything and never asked for anything. Look at me, I'm all alone. So before you start defending, baby, stop all your pretending. Well, I know you know I know, so what's the point of being slow? Let's get this show the road today. No, looking for attention, not another question. Should you stay? Should you go? Well, if you don't have the answer, why you still standing here? Hey, just walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. I said walk away. Oh, yeah. Walk away. Well, if she really knows the truth, she'd have stopped you. A trophy wife, oh how cute. You die together but alone. You wrote me in a letter, you couldn't say it right to my face. Well, give me that Sunday school answer, prepare yourself away. Does it hurt to know I'll never be there? Better not see my face everywhere, it's for you. But don't you end it like you did. I was the last to know you knew exactly what you would do. Don't say you simply lost your way. Well, she may believe you, but I never will. Never again. Never again will I hear you. Never again will I miss you. Never again will I fall to you. Never. Never again will I kiss you. Never again will I want to. Never again will I love you. Never. Does it hurt to know I'll never be there? Better die. See my face everywhere, it's for you. Don't you end it like you did. I was the last to know you knew exactly what you would do. Don't say you simply lost your way. Well, they may believe you, but I never will. I never will. I never will. Never again. Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. You dedicated, you took the time. It wasn't long till I called him mine. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. And all you'd ever hear me say is how I pictured me with you. Yeah, that's all you'd ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, well, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Fixing you, now I got what I want, yeah. Well, you had the chance, you blew it. Out of sight, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, since you've been gone, yeah. Well, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Fixing you, now I get what I want, oh, yeah. What I want, yeah. Well, I said since you've been gone, yeah, baby, since you've been gone. Yeah, love, since you've been gone. Happy Thanksgiving, go Cowboys!
And Kelly Clarkson in the rain here in Dallas. Cowboys lead it at halftime 21-3. And the second half is coming up on CBS.
Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Grandma and Grandpa usually come over. We have the fireplace going. We'll watch football games. And then we'll eat dinner. And then play football.
Playing football is a really good exercise because you run around.
Exercise is really, really important.
Because if you don't, you'll become a couch potato and really unhealthy.
And my mom doesn't like couch potatoes. You should be healthy because you can stay alive longer. You have to take care of yourself. I think you should have at least 60 minutes.
60 minutes? 1 hour.
60 minutes a day. Every day.
Go out and play.
If you start getting healthy when you're young,
It'll help your heart keep going.
I like to dance. I do gymnastics, cartwheels, bridges, go to the gym.
You do weights. You can do abs.
Chin-ups. I've been just doing a lot of jumping jacks. Hide and go seek.
Sometimes I just run around the house because I'm so hyper. Play football. For great play ideas, visit NFLRush.com.
When I grow up, I'm going to be big and strong.
This year, Mike McKenzie and his New Orleans Saints teammates came to our neighborhood and helped us build a fitness park. Mike says it's important for kids like us to get outside and play so we can grow up healthy and strong.
This is Mike McKenzie. You don't have to be a saint to help kids get fit in your community. Visit unitedway.org. A little you goes a long way. CSI tonight on CBS.
How am I ever going to find the answer?
The key to wisdom is knowing the right questions.
What are the questions?
How can I connect with the world around me? Which path is the best to choose? What is the coolest technology on the block?
Comcast.
You will go far.
Get Comcast digital cable plus pick home phone and or high-speed internet just $24.99 each per month for 6 months. Call 1-888-4-BEST-TV.
What do Bose in-ear headphones sound like?
It's really clear.
Awesome. It's such a rich sound. Nothing compares to these.
What do Bose in-ear headphones feel like?
They're so light.
You can't even really feel them.
With Bose in-ear headphones, you'll enjoy Bose sound and a comfortable fit. And you can try them risk-free for 30 days. Call or go online to order or learn more. And hear the sound that Graham Reed of the New York Daily News calls amazing.
It's one of those things that makes you remember why you appreciate music.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Hello? Hi, honey.
Hey, where are you guys?
I got stuck at work. I can't pick him up from practice.
You promised.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'll go get him.
Okay. I love... She hung up on me. Just a little something.
Find some of the best values of the year at the Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 2nd, at your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
The feast, the family, the football. Happy Thanksgiving from CBS 2.
Everything about Survivor China you don't know? Damn! Check out new fights.
Do you have a problem with me?
Fix your tongue.
Crazy nights.
We had some potent snake sake.
And yummy delights.
I was just ready to eat something. I'm squeezing poop out of worms.
A special Survivor China CBS Thanksgiving tonight.
Arkansas gets their shot at #1 as LSU continues their drive towards the SEC title and the national championship. Friday on CBS.
There'll come a day when you'll wonder. You'll think back to how you used to listen. Before you heard your music, your sports, your talk, all from the same place. And you'll wonder how you ever got along without it. Sirius. Everything else falls short. Over 130 channels. Only one place to get it all. Sirius Satellite Radio.
And the Cowboys will be kicking to the Jets to start the second half. This game again is brought to you in high definition television. Cowboys scoring on a 7-yard run by Marion Barber. A Romo 25-yard touchdown pass to Jason Witten. And Terrence Newman with an interception return covering 50 yards. The only meaningful drive of that first half for the Jets, the last time they had it. They went 13 plays, led to a field goal, 40-yarder by Mike Nugent. Leon Washington running it back from the 13. Boy, he's got that quickness that's so hard to cover, and he's out to the 36. And again, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. What about the second half? What do you expect here, Phil?
Well, I know the Jets got to find a way to make plays on both sides of the ball. On offense, they got to give Kellen Clemens a little more time, and can somebody get open down the field? They did not do that in the first half.
Thomas Jones ran hard that last series of the first half, but really held intact. Overall, 11 carries, 26 yards. They'll go Jones. And he hurdles out to the 39 and give him 3. Again, the Jets rush total 35 overall. They turned it over twice. The one turnover committed by the Cowboys, Romo picked by Kerry Rhodes. A silent first half, mainly for Terrell Owens. He had 2 catches, 19 yards. Fake the pitch. Pressure, stepping up away from it. Clemens, he's launching it for Cotchery. Contact down the field, and no flag. Ken Hamlin covering. Cotchery saying, wait, what's this? No flag?
There was a lot of pushing and shoving. One way to give Kellen Clemens more time, the play action fake, and then they move the pocket, and that allows Jericho Cotchery to get deep down the field. It looks like he's got a half a step, but that is good coverage. Ken Hamlin, oh boy, the hand to the face, but they're both pushing, and Ken Hamlin trying to turn to find the football. That's why there was no penalty flag thrown.
They turned ahead a little bit too. They both got in there a little bit.
And they were both hand fighting.
Cotchery with only 2 catches over his last 6 quarters, plus an overtime session. He's usually good for 4 or 5 catches a game, and this play is nullified. Missing the presence, though, of Lavernius Coles.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
I think that's a big key for this Jets offense. Lavernius Coles out. He's their number 1 receiver. And always remember, he's your number 1. The rest of them have to bump up. Now Jericho Cotchery is the guy. He has got to make plays. He's got to get open. He's got to be Terrell Owens for the Jets offense, like Owens is for the Cowboys.
Got to get it to the 46 for a first. They protect him this time. Eventually it's got to break down. There's just nothing open down the field, and eventually it collapses on Clemens with Ellis getting the sack.
That's what it is. This time the Jets trying to pick up the first down. They're looking deep down the field. There is nobody there. And Greg Ellis, outside linebacker, pass rusher on third down. Finally gets here and gets the sack.
His second of the day. Well, Newman going to have to backpedal in a hurry, and he does. Well, he jumps away from it. Now fields it at the 15. And has nowhere to go. Chatham helps force him out. Tony Romo and the Cowboys, they lead it 21-3. We'll see Romo for the first time in the second half.
Here you go, Billy.
From day one, Bill has been told where to sit.
Billy, this will be your seat.
Bill, you'll be sitting here.
You're in 38E?
And that's when Bill decided.
Hey, I don't want to be told where to sit anymore.
So Bill switched to Southwest Airlines. Now Bill sits where Bill wants. Freedom to choose on Southwest Airlines.
You are now free to move about the country.
They use it to shoot the game. They use it to broadcast the game. They use it to produce the game.
The main man on the field today is Peyton Manning.
So why wouldn't you use it to watch the game?
It's Peyton Manning.
Nice Sony. Scoot over a bit, will you?
Nothing compares to a Sony Bravia HD TV because high definition is in our DNA.
Anybody got any chips?
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. And right now, Toyota is offering a phenomenal 0% APR financing on all new 2007 Tundras, the much-talked-about full-size truck that's changing it all. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
The golden compass must be found. It will decide the war which is to come. We needn't be concerned with Lord Asriel any longer.
We will strike the strength out of them.
Who will you follow?
The Golden Compass, rated PG-13, December 7th, only in theaters.
If you plan to shop with a credit card this season and you're worried about your card getting ripped off, you can't afford to miss 60 Minutes this Sunday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
We're back with the Cowboys' first possession of the second half from the 17. And there's Owens again, 2 catches in that first half for 19 yards. Revis, the rookie, on him. Romo goes other side. And a nice grab by Hurd. Sam Hurd starting today for Patrick Creighton, who's out with an ankle. That goes for 8.
One thing I've noticed, these Jet defensive backs, they're trying to be very physical at the line of scrimmage with the Dallas wide receivers. That time the football just falls out of Tony Romo's hands. If it comes out cleanly, Hurd could have caught it and run up the field because Hank Poteet fell down.
Second and short for Dallas. We'll go Julius Jones. Tries to dive under the contact. He's a yard short of the first. That's Eric Barton along with Coleman for the Jets.
You know, Jim, one thing I've noticed as you watch this game, the Jet defense, Darrelle Revis is following Terrell Owens around the field when he can. And what I've noticed, too, at the line of scrimmage, he's every bit the match for Terrell Owens trying to get off and get down the field.
He's done a good job. Here he is on him again. And a half yard to go for a first. They got Barber in as a fullback. He gets the call and he plows ahead for the first down.
You know, when you watch Revis covering, we talked to him last week before the Pittsburgh game. As they look, and as T.O. runs out to the top of your screen, there goes number 24 with him. And I said, what about playing against Terrell Owens? He goes, competition.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. And he was the first-round draft pick of the New York Jets. They moved up on draft day to pick him, and he has not been a disappointment. You need a corner who can just go, I got him. And so far this year, he's done it a lot for the New York Jets.
He's on Hurd on this occasion. First down and 10. That's Jones. And David Harris doesn't let him get too much out of it. Goes for 4 yards. This is how they've defended T.O. in this one.
Well, we said that the Jets said we're going to focus on Terrell Owens and Jason Witten. That time Revis almost went for the interception. And Kerry Rhodes, 6'3", high school quarterback, jumps up. What an interception. Had a terrific one last week, too, against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And again, both of the catches were on that first series of the game that took only 8 plays to get to the end zone with Marion Barber. Second down and 6. Now they're looking for Owens. And Revis was a little turned around, and T.O. got the feet down. Goes for 11 yards.
Well, if you can't get by him, then what you do, and all teams are doing this now, another good contact at the line of scrimmage, you throw it back shoulder, throw it behind the receiver. Very tough for a defensive back to turn, find the ball, and react to a perfectly thrown ball like that one.
So we got the memo. No catches since the first drive. The next snap, he's back in the books. 3 catches, 30 yards. Robertson giving chase, and he takes him down at the 28 with a flag. It would indicate holding against the Cowboys anyway.
Well, this Jets defense couldn't sack the quarterback all year long until last week. Now against a very good pass protecting offensive line. Pressure Tony Romo quite a few times today.
Declined this one, obviously.
Holding, 63, offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, second down.
Kyle Kozar right in the middle of your screen. Boy, Dwayne Robertson, good job last week. When he gets singled up, he's big, he's quick, and he can go right or left against one blocker. He has taken advantage of those situations 2 weeks in a row.
2.5 sacks last week for Robertson. Has another one today. In fact, that one lost 15 yards. Second and 25. Pump fakes and a pass, and it's Austin. It's about half of it back to the 43. You know, talking to Tony Romo, he wanted to be sure that we passed along Thanksgiving wishes and thoughts back to the family in Wisconsin. His father, Romo, just out of the hospital on Monday, and family's so grateful that he's doing just great. And I wanted to pass along thanks to his doctor, Dr. Cataloni up there, who helped get his dad back in good condition. Been fighting cancer, and all reports now are just great. Doing well. Tony wants his dad to get back so we can play some golf with him soon, after the season ends. Doesn't want to hear any excuses. He goes to T.O., slips, and will be short of the first.
But you talk about that golf game, Tony Romo with his father, Jim, and Tony Romo, the competitor, said, make sure you pass along to my dad. Be ready to play. You're not getting any sympathy strokes.
I don't want any excuses.
No excuses. That's right.
Well, that was 9 completions in a row for Romo. They come up about 5 yards short. And McBriar back out. Fair catch. 14-yard line by Leon Washington. The 37-yard boot. 21-3 Cowboys.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. And while you're there, be sure to check out the fully redesigned and fuel-efficient 2008 Highlander Hybrid with advanced hybrid synergy drive and available backup camera. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
Honey, I found the perfect tree.
Really? What makes it perfect?
Comes with a present.
This Christmas, how do you thank her for choosing you? With a 3-stone diamond ring from Kay Jewelers, where you can be assured of 2 things. First, that every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully. And second, that she'll absolutely love it.
This the one, ma'am?
Yes. This is the one.
Every kiss begins with K.
Circuit City's doors open 5 a.m. Friday with huge savings on the gifts everybody wants. Don't miss our incredible 6-hour specials. Save $180 on this Sharp 19-inch LCD HD TV, just $249.99. Save $50 on this Canon digital camera with face detection technology, just $149.99. And save $105 on this Magellan GPS, just $124.99. Be here early for incredible savings. It all starts 5 a.m. Friday at Circuit City.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines' convenient nonstop flights, it's like having your own company plane. Circuit City. For the hottest new technology, think Circuit City. And by Toyota. Moving forward.
Some of the lucky ones here on Thanksgiving Day. Jim Nantz, Bill Sims welcoming you back to Dallas, and the Jets pinned at the 14. Thomas Jones again. DeMarcus Ware has been riding with him, it seems, all day. That goes for a 1-yard setback. You can send your favorite player to Hawaii. Vote for the Pro Bowl at NFL.com/Pro Bowl or text PRO to 7777 via your Sprint service. NFL.com/Pro Bowl for all the details. Will Montgomery on that offensive line for the Jets. It's a 2nd and 11. Look out, that's going out of bounds. Pressure in his face provided by Chris Canty.
Well, there's pressure, Jim. The initial protection, very good. Kellen Clemens goes from left to right. Nobody there, and a quarterback knows, hey, I got to get rid of the football. You panic a little, you move, protection breaks down. Fortunate just to be able to throw it out of bounds.
Jets have managed to convert only once on 3rd down. And this is a dangerous place to pick up 11 or to attempt to. They're chasing again, throws it left-handed out of bounds. This time it was Ratliff and Hatcher.
Well, I've always said to be a successful quarterback in the NFL, you got to be able to throw from a lot of different ways. Off your back foot, pressure in your face, and then every once in a while, of course, you got to throw the old left-handed. It wasn't bad looking. But doesn't lose yards, doesn't take the sack. But the Jet offense, protection, getting overpowered, and not enough speed to make plays downfield.
It's Barber back again. Getting no opportunity to run back the punt that goes out of bounds at about the 48.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. And right now, Toyota is offering a phenomenal 0% APR financing on all new 2007 Tundras, the much talked about full-size truck that's changing it all. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
NFL Network kicks off the run to the playoffs when Peyton Manning leads the world champion Colts into Atlanta to battle the Falcons. Colts-Falcons, see it live on NFL Network.
If you really want to know the secrets of the rich and famous, ask the nanny.
Are you capable of murder?
New CSI Miami, CBS Monday.
Hi, I'm Jericho Cotchery of the New York Jets. This is my wife Mercedes, and this is our beautiful daughter Jacy. And from our family to yours, we would like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
And a happy Thanksgiving again to all of you. The Cowboys have managed only 160 yards total offense. They're, of course, second in the league behind the Patriots in virtually every offensive category, but cruising at 21-3 and running with Barber. Barber finally chopped by Hank Poteet.
Well, you know, Jim, you talk about, well, they don't have a lot of total yards, but remember the score is 21-3, and I believe a lot of the play calling and the way Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, where they're managing the game, they're just not going to take those chances. And why should you? The Jets have really shown not much on offense where you got to think that, hey, 21-3 might not be safe.
Oliver Hoyt, the fullback, helped spring him for 20 yards. Dallas now at the 32. Jump pass back to Barber, and he's inside the 30. We've got your trophies to give away a little later. And, of course, you guys have some of the fixins. There's Tim Love, Lonesome Dove, noted chef, the Iron Chef Award winner.
Wow.
Yeah, he's something else.
It's a nice kitchen.
Making a little cobbler right here. It's an apple and strawberry cobbler that will be presented to your Phil Simms honorees at the end of the game. And that's Barber trying to get outside, and Poteet, again, one of those chasing after him. So we're going to have the trophies. We're going to have a little cobbler. And I want to send along best wishes to your mom up in the Louisville area. A little under the weather, and she usually bakes a little cobbler, fixes it up for this occasion, but she's on injured reserve this year. Just a one-year deal, but I hope you're doing well, Mrs. Simms, and we're thinking of you.
Well, that's nice of you. Yes, she is doing better, so thank you.
Got a little fill-in.
I just want to know if my brothers had pity on her, or does she have to cook for them today? Because, you know, God forbid they got to miss a meal.
Well, we got somebody stepping in for Mrs. Simms.
Yes.
Got my mother this time, coming up from Houston. A little pecan pie. Here comes Romo. Looking down for Whitten, standing there, and Poteet got a hand in it. Looked like it might be another one for Whitten, and this is something that Romo kind of felt was going to be open. When we talked to him this week, he said that there's more progression read kind of defense here with the Jets. Whitten should have a big game is what he told us. He's already caught one touchdown.
Yeah, you know what it is. There you are. It's third down, 5, 6 yards, whatever you think. You're a defensive player. The Cowboys, I've said it a couple times, they're not just going for the first down. They go for the big play. And Jason Witten, it fools Hank Poteet. And only the really badly underthrown ball stops the touchdown from happening for the Cowboys.
Nick Folk out for a 46-yard field goal. Johnson on the hold, and Folk boots it through. Back to a 21-point Dallas lead. 5.5 to go in the third.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. And right now, Toyota is offering a phenomenal 0% APR financing on all new 2007 Tundras, the much talked about full-size truck that's changing it all. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
On a website dedicated to kicks. I live in Tuscaloosa, but I have to stay on top of my game in New York. Size 13. Los Angeles.
Last pair, guys.
Thanks, Eddie. Ship them. Austin. These are fresh. Sending now. And Berlin. Danke. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Tuscaloosa-Stinland.
Cool. The new AT&T works in more places like Tuscaloosa-Stinland.
Red 19! Mom, Bersiana! Lilac, mint condition! Set! Hut!
eBay. Shop victoriously.
You're watching the NFL on CBS. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new AT&T. Your world delivered. And by Dr. Pepper. With 23 flavors in every Dr. Pepper, there's more to it.
We're back here in Dallas. We sent along condolences to the family of Perry Smith, who was a legendary producer of NFL football and many other things at CBS back in the 60s, 70s, early 80s. Used to produce the Summerall Brookshire team and just recently passed away. Our thoughts out to his family. As Dallas will kick it deep here to Washington at the 10. Leon again. He's good for that 35-yard line minimum just about every time. It's a 3-touchdown lead again for the Cowboys.
You drink?
Oh, God, yeah, Congressman.
A stiff drink.
Charlie.
A little mascara.
I want you to end the Cold War.
Okay. A lot of nerve.
No reason this can't be fun, you know.
Who said they couldn't bring down the Soviet Empire?
You ain't James Bond. You ain't Thomas Jefferson, so let's call it even.
Based on the outrageous true story.
You have authority to do this?
None whatsoever. Charlie Wilson's War. This film is not yet rated. Starts Christmas Day.
Cholesterol. It can come from that cherry pie, but also from your granddad's sigh. From beef off the grill and your grandmother, Jill. A healthy diet is important. When that's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Cholesterol comes from two sources, food and family. Vytorin treats two sources. Only Vytorin helps block the absorption of cholesterol from food and reduces the cholesterol your body makes naturally. Vytorin was also proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone, more than Crestor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor right away about unexplained muscle pain or weakness, which may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Certain medicines or foods may increase your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. So eat right, stay active, but if that's not enough, ask your doctor about adding Vytorin, two sources of cholesterol. Treat them both with Vytorin.
Think you know everything about Survivor China? You don't know? Damn! Check out New Fights.
Do you have a problem with me?
Fix your tongue. Crazy Nights.
We had some potent snake sake.
And Yummy Delights.
I was just ready to eat something.
I'm squeezing poop out of worms.
A special Survivor China CBS Thanksgiving tonight.
Well, yesterday afternoon, we saw the Blue Angels take off from Pensacola. They circled the stadium, did a little site survey. Your trophies arrived to the capable hands of the Irving Police Department. Bring them over here, get them ready for the in-game presentation. You've got some decisions to make, my man.
Yeah, we do. Well, you're going to help me.
Yeah,
I mean, you mean you won't have an opinion?
I'll throw one in there.
Oh.
Miss Jones just for two. That's all. Dallas defense continuing to be the story here. Tonight on CBS, no leftovers. We've got a new episode of CSI coming up at 9, 8 Central, right after Survivor on America's most watched network. Jets quickly to the line. Clemens to McCareins, and the ball is knocked out by Anthony Henry. Jets offense, by and large, they've all been short trips to the field. Except for that 13-play drive before the half. They had a 4th down conversion in there to Cotchery, his only catch.
You know, Jim, there's just no matchups that really favor the Jets. Their offensive line is solid, but this Dallas defensive line is big and talented, and they just can't get away outside.
Clemens missing on his last 6, make it 7 throws. He had no chance this time. It's DeMarcus Ware pummeling him from behind.
Well, we said from the beginning of the game, what concerns the Jets offense, it's the outside pass rushers. There's DeMarcus Ware. Initial protection is good by DeBrickashaw Ferguson, but when the coverage down the field, nobody's open. You move, they get off the block. It's just a lot of talent on this Dallas defense.
3 times in this quarter now. The Jets 3 and out. Cowboys trying to set up the return, but this one really caught. And it bounces in for Graham into the end zone. 41 yards net. This is not Wade Phillips' first trip to Dallas on Thanksgiving Day. Of course, directing the Cowboys now. He was on his dad's staff when the Oilers came in here in '79 and ran it with Earl Campbell. 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Houston beat Dallas that day. And there is the great bum Phillips with the salute. Son Wade now directing America's team.
A coach who never thought he would get a chance to be a head coach of the NFL again. Had success at Denver and Buffalo. And he just said, he goes, look, I'm a Texas guy. I'm living a dream.
He is a nice fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said, I wore my boots when I came in for the interview. I said, isn't it kind of fitting to be, you've had chances at Buffalo.
Right.
And by the way, his record, you know, he took teams to playoffs at Buffalo and at Denver, but this is a fit, like his dad was in Houston. You know, he's an embodiment of the whole Texas attitude.
I believe that. I think it is, you know, there are certain parts of the country where you want a guy from your that's one of you, and that's what he is. And he said it's a dream of every Texas high school football coach, which he was, to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And he was doing everything, like you said, to help. Wore his boots, did it all when he came for the interview.
Well, the great Rich Dalrymple, who really runs their PR, he said that was a great connection with the fan base. And Witten unable to hold on. He said the fans were saying, we've got us a Texan now. But, you know, like you said, Wade considers himself really, I'm just a Texas high school coach. But he's the only Cowboy coach they ever had who coached high school football and coached in college here as well. He was an assistant down at the University of Houston. Where he's a graduate. And, of course, now running things here in Dallas.
And, you know, he talked about so much. We've done 2 games here this year. Just enjoying the process more. He's pretty loose. His team shows they want to play with more emotion. They've done that so far this year.
2nd down, that's Jones. Just about 3 yards. You know, one thing when you're the head coach, though, of the Cowboys, that means you got Thanksgiving. It's not like when he's been the defensive coordinator at San Diego and other places. This prevents his wife, Lori, from being able to get in there and prepare her famous, he says is famous around the league, her famous Thanksgiving feast.
Fried turkey.
Shrimp gumbo in a wash tub. Okay, we're talking about 20 pounds of shrimp, the fried turkey, and about like 40 people they would usually have over.
Sounds like some of the guys we work with should go to that dinner.
I think Lance Barrow will be the first to sign up. Our esteemed producer. Mike Arnold always looking for a free meal right behind him. But there's Owens, and he's got the first down. But we pass along our Thanksgiving wishes to Bum and Debbie down in Goliad. And you got it, Wade. You got the first. Move the chains.
You know, it's interesting. You know, we talked to Wade Phillips, and sometimes you ask him a question, or he'll ask himself the question and answer. He goes, you know, we got our team, we got chemistry going on. You know, we have no problems between the offense and defense. And he goes, yeah, it does help that our offense is really doing well, though. And that's what makes chemistry. If it's just the defense doing really well, there always seems to be a problem that creeps up with your football team.
And Jones into the pile for about 3. And what you're saying is, put it this way, our team has come together and we believe in each other, as do these two, Thomas and Julius Jones. Not anything right now that's comparable to what we saw back 4 years ago when Julius ran for 150 on Thanksgiving Day. There they go. Thomas today, there's just nothing out there for him. Not a single crease. 14 carries, 30 yards. the 33, 2nd down and 7. Here's Julius Jones. And a nice move to shrug off the hit, pick up the first. And these two played in 2004 with the Bears. Thomas Jones had 46 yards on the ground, but his kid brother Julius 150 and 2 touchdowns, leading the Cowboys to victory. He'll always be my kid brother, Thomas told us a couple of days ago. I'll be 80, he'll be 77. He's still my kid brother, and I love him. It's another handle for about 4.
Cowboys doing just what they want to do here, Jim, is just to have a nice controlled drive, pick up a couple 3rd downs, keep the clock moving, and try to get the game over with and move on. Jason Garrett, and this is probably, of all the games that I've watched this year, I've seen just about every Cowboy game, the most conservative they have been, not trying to force the issue. Of course, always, like any NFL game, it's going to be hard for Tony Romo to throw for 300 yards when they've been leading right from the start.
Jason Garrett, who started a Cowboy game on a Thanksgiving Day back in the early 90s, and that's Romo to Witten. That is some combo. It works every week. Ridden out by Abram Elam.
So many times when Tony Romo drops back, Jason Witten going shallow across the field. When he drops back in play action, whatever the pass is, Jason Witten is going to be his first option. Look at him. If you cover him, then he'll look down the field, most likely for Terrell Owens.
We've moved it to the New York 42, and again the Jets with 3 possessions for 3 minutes. Failing to pick up a first down in this quarter, which has less than a minute to go. Jones bouncing around. Good hard run for about 7.
Well, you're running more plays like this, the Dallas Cowboys. You're the bigger team. You are definitely going to start wearing down the defense. And Julius Jones, tired defense, missed tackle, getting blocked, another missed tackle. And finally, when you bring him down, he's picked up 7 or 8 yards. Looked like a pinball machine running through there that time.
And the Cowboys do not have to run another play in this quarter. Attempting today to exceed their win total of 2006. Trying to keep pace with the Green Bay Packers, who won earlier today. They lead at 24-3 through 3. Back after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
He thought he killed her. Think again.
She's back from Mick.
Critics call Amazing Race an addictive rush. All new CBS Sunday after 60 minutes.
Hey, Riley, Mrs.
Yes.
All right, these are for you.
Thank you. It's our anniversary. Oh, thank you.
That'll be $65.
I'm sorry, I have to pay for flowers that someone sent me?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
You know it's not fair? Asthma. Okay? I'm a good runner. I don't have the wind, though.
With free incoming calls,
yeah.
U.S. Cellular is wireless where you matter most.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. Now get up to $4,000 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months on Tundra. Or get a 4Runner with $1,000 cash back with 3.9% APR financing. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
When the finest ingredients in the world come together, Amstel Light is there. Live tastefully.
Breaking Bears news from CBS 2. Text Bears to 66247 now.
Cowboys belong in the Super Bowl. A lot of people saying that. A lot of people thinking maybe we'll have that Dallas-New England rematch. They played here on October 14th. We got to see that. The Cowboys actually led that game until 4.5 minutes remained in the third quarter. It was New England 27-3 the rest of the way.
It's hard to pick out the weak spots of the Dallas Cowboys. They've had a lot of impressive wins. They've been impressive here today. And I've said it, they are a big team. They look great when they walk on the field because of their size, and they got speed too. It's a tremendous combination at any sport, especially football.
They have dominated the fourth quarter on Thanksgiving Day for about a decade. Talking about Dallas, and they come in here with a comfortable working margin and another first down picked up by Jones. In fact, they haven't given up a touchdown. Talking about the Cowboys since 1998 in the fourth quarter of a Thanksgiving game. Outscoring since 99, 81-6.
And you're always asking me, well, explain this. I just can't. I don't know. Is it bad team? Is it the short week traveling for the opponent? It's a lot of teams that cover, so.
The Cowboys have had a Thanksgiving Day occasion every year since 1966, but two. Roselle had this idea that he hatched, gave it to Tex Schramm, said, I think America has an appetite for another Thanksgiving Day game in the afternoon after Detroit. Romo, Whitten, Harris bumps him out. When we're talking about the last time an opponent put up a touchdown against Dallas in the fourth quarter on Turkey Day, well, here it is. Randall Cunningham at quarterback gives it to Leroy Hurd of the Vikings. He goes 50 yards with a touchdown. But they started in 66. Dallas went against Cleveland that first occasion down here. A couple of times during the 70s, St. Louis got to host. Detroit, Dallas. It works. And it's worked well for the Cowboys a great majority of the time. Romo. Jones underneath is wide open. Has another first down.
Let's look at this. Here's Jason Witten going down the field. Here's Terrell Owens. It's the play that Kerry Rhodes intercepted in the first half. You're the quarterback. Look at this angle. Tony Romo, though, knows the score, playing it safe, doesn't take the chance. Wouldn't have been much of a chance, but he's looking short just to keep the chains moving and play it smart. I thought they'd come back and run that play again.
Just a very methodical drive, motoring down the field. Yeah. Couple 3, 4, 5 yards at a time. They pick up the first whenever they need it. We are seeing the officiating crew operating one short right now. Phil Luckett went out with an injury in the second quarter, the back judge. 64 yards on the game for Jones. Clemens has been sitting out for a while. Still no first downs in the second half for New York. 13th play of the drive coming up for Dallas. Good play action. Whitten has it jarred loose by Elam.
Abram Elam from the Dallas Cowboys. It's a blitz by the New York Jets defense, and the throw is just a little offline, and it gives Elam just enough time to come in and break it up. He was a nice pickup this year for the New York Jets, has played well.
Romo on a little bit of a hot streak, even with that incompletion. He's hit 15 of his last 18. With one touchdown toss already, that's a Whitten. In the second quarter, 3rd down and 9. Jones will not find the first down yardage. Rivas comes up, ball is out, but the whistle's first. So another field goal attempt on the way by Falk. Nick Folk delivering one of the more dramatic moments of the season when Dallas won at Buffalo. Never led in that entire game until there were zeros on the clock at the end.
Yeah, that's right. You remember he kicked the long field goal, made it. Dick Geron, 53. What was it, 53-yarder?
53 yards, good.
Called
but
the timeout.
Timeout was called first.
Lined up and
drilled it again.
Did it again, which is, got to give him a lot of credit.
This is rather pedestrian, 27 yards. And he knocks it through. Dallas 27, the Jets 3. Fourth quarter.
It's Ford's year-end celebration, our biggest event, with the best offers of the year on the hottest selling crossover, Edge, and the new restyled Focus, both with Sync powered by Microsoft, a Ford Motor Company exclusive.
Call Sarah.
It's in-car technology that lets you voice activate your Bluetooth-enabled phone, MP3 player, and much more. An F-Series, America's best-selling truck. For the best offers of the year, visit a Ford dealer or go to FordVehicles.com.
Life is busy, but some people seem to get more done than others. Multitaskers. They found a way to do several things all at once. And when the Palm Central was designed, Sprint thought of these people. Then we gave it Sprint Speed. You can email, text, chat, go online so fast. People may wonder how many of you there really are.
Introducing the Palm Centro, only from Sprint, on the fastest national mobile broadband network.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and Mom didn't know that Dad's right behind her with a box and a bow.
This Christmas, tell her she's the greatest chapter in your life story with diamond earrings from Kay Jewelers, where you can be assured of two things. Every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully, and she'll absolutely love them.
But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight,
I'll always remember how I feel tonight.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Every girl wanted him, but who would want to kill him?
We were kissing, then changed.
The nightmares won't stop.
A new cold case. Then, 5 years ago, her stalker was sent to prison. Now, he's back.
He was destined to kill this girl.
New Shark after new cold case, Sunday on CBS.
We're back. Jim Nance, Phil Simms. We all have so much to be thankful for on this holiday, and I know our colleague and my associate, Melissa Minker-Miller, is so grateful for the arrival of her first child. Congratulations to Melissa and Matt. And Jake Austin Miller joining us just a couple of days back. Here's the kick. It's going to travel to the 8. Brad Smith. And he weaves his way to about the 32. Can the Jets find the end zone today? Got 11 minutes left.
This holiday, don't just buy stuff, do stuff, like spread some joy. This Friday, hurry into Radio Shack for early bird specials, where you can pick up great gifts like the AT&T Go phone. Go to RadioShack.com for other hot deals.
Ready, set, run to the film America's top critics are raving about and Rolling Stone calls an indisputably great movie. No Country for Old Men, rated R, now playing.
We're uncompromising. We could brew Coors somewhere other than the Rockies, but we don't. We're persistent. Our beer's been made smooth with only Rocky Mountain water since 1873. We're set in our ways. We use only the best high country barley for that full, flavored taste. We refuse to change. Sound like anybody you know? Coors, the banquet beer.
As soon as you get out, I'll be right here.
What if you went under?
Wait, I can feel that.
What if you didn't go out?
Let's inject the heart and end this thing.
They're trying to kill me.
There's got to be a way out of this. What the hell's going on here?
No. Awake. Rated R, November 30th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors. Brewed with Rocky Mountain water. Always Coors, the banquet beer. Radio Shack, where this holiday season, you don't just buy stuff, you do stuff. And by the new 2008 Focus.
Clemens and Romo, quarterback comparison here. Clemens has been on the run all afternoon. Very little time to operate. Under 100 yards. Dallas floods that defensive front. This time, some time, and over the head of Kotri, who had a step on Henry. Here's the lineup tonight on CBS. Thanksgiving feast of new episodes, beginning with Survivor China, followed by CSI and Without a Trace. It's all tonight on America's #1 network. You know, that last drive by the Cowboys should not go unrecognized. 15 plays it lasted. Longest drive play-wise of the season. And has a few people steamed. 8.5 minutes, 15 plays, and a field goal. Clemens, pass should have been caught. It was Baker, pretty sure-handed most of the time.
What has the Jets offense done today? Well, it's punted a lot. Very few first downs. The play before Jim, Jericho Kotri opened down the field. That was their best chance all day of making something big happen. And they've been on the field so little. No rhythm, of course. Tough to make it happen when you even get the chance.
Still looking for the first down of the second half. Clemens fires it. And it is ruled on the field incomplete. That was McCareins. And Clemens has misfired on his last 10. Though the last 2 should have been caught. Baker had a good one the play before. And now McCareins. That has to be caught. Newman providing probably the single biggest highlight of this game with his interception and run back in the second quarter. Chance to run again with the football. Near the 30. 27-3. Dallas on its way to 10-1.
Play artist Smashing Pumpkins. That's a sync system. Voice activates MP3s, cell phones.
Do that again. Play artist Tiffany. Play artist Michael Bolton.
Play artist Korn.
MPGs meet MP3s. The new 35 miles per gallon 2008 Ford Focus.
Requesting permission to engage. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Rated M for mature. PlayStation 3, starting at $399.
I have to help people with my music.
Like your family?
No.
The guy who brought you Talladega Nights, Knocked Up, and Superbad invites you to meet Dewey Cox.
Walk hard.
It's the devil's music!
This holiday season,
There's a rift between the Beatles.
I've got a song about an octopus.
I like the little one.
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, rated R.
Gather around for fun and games.
It's like Clue, only CSI-er.
This episode is a blast. A new CSI. Then, the only thing more dangerous than being inside the cage is being outside.
If you're gonna take out an extreme fighter, you better be prepared.
A new Without a Trace after CSI tonight.
Hi, we are the New York Jets flight crew. On behalf of the entire Jets family, we want to wish everyone watching a very happy Thanksgiving. Go Jets!
Well, the Cowboys in full control of this game. With 10:47 to play. They led at 21-3 at halftime. Just a couple of Nick Folk field goals here in the second half, and that is Barber for about 3. Interestingly, the Cowboys had 7 different starting quarterbacks the last 7 Thanksgiving Day games. And Romo now gets a chance to go back-to-back. Last year he threw 5 touchdowns in the win against Tampa Bay, which is a Cowboy record on Thanksgiving. Matches a Cowboy team record, actually. Needs one more touchdown pass to tie Danny White for the single season mark of 29.
A lot of team records falling this year around the league. Quarterbacks just having, a group of quarterbacks just having exceptional statistical years.
And Barber, it just runs wild every time. And it's just a major intensity he brings to the field. Goes for 9 yards.
I'll tell you one thing, as you watch the NFL, it's just good teams who started out the year, you go, wow, the Cowboys are pretty good. And they just have gotten better as you watch them all year long. And you could say the same thing about, of course, the New England Patriots, and then even the Green Bay Packers. And nobody was sure, but these last 3 or 4 weeks, I think all the doubt's gone now. Brett Favre, the style of offense they're playing, putting it in his hands, it's all worked very well for the Green Bay Packers.
Another first down for Dallas. Barber zigging, zagging near another first. So go back to 2000. Troy Aikman was the Cowboy quarterback. Hall of Famer. Ryan Leaf started in 01. Chad Hutchinson. All these years you're wondering, is this the next guy? Quincy Carter. Drew Hinson against Chicago. Cowboys won that game. Bledsoe against Denver in 05. And Romo last year threw 5 touchdown passes. Now he goes back-to-back. And the ones who won were all against NFC teams. Hutchinson, Hinson, and Romo. The AFC had the better of it because they alternate years. The last 3 times the AFC had won this matchup on Thanksgiving Day. Barber just getting stronger, and he starts pounding teams just like this in the 4th quarter. Picks up most of his yardage late. That goes for 13.
Yeah, we talked about it, Jim. Such a good change up from Julius Jones. They both have different styles, and Marion Barber, he just brings a personality to your football team. The way he plays, the way he runs it, gets tough yards, and tremendous blocker when he has to stay in there for a pass and pick up blitzers.
Quite a 1-2 combo. Jones and Barber. Barber, who was accustomed to splitting time at Minnesota with Lawrence Maroney, as those two went back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons as a pair. Romo to Barber, somehow got it to him, squeezed that pass over to him, and Elam finally gets him down, but not until after another 12.
When you throw the football a lot, you start getting plays like this. A little lucky that time. The ball was tipped. Looked like Eric Barton hit it. But when you throw it so much, you just get a good feel of how to make plays. And that's what the Dallas Cowboy offense has been doing. That was Matt Chatham who tipped that ball.
On this drive, all 5 plays have ended up with the football in the arms of Barber for 47 yards. Six consecutive touches. And again, working hard to get anything he can out of it. Trying to make a late run at one of your trophies, perhaps, Phil. This is earlier today. How come you don't arrive with an escort like that? Your trophies do.
I'm a man of the people.
You're a man of the people. Thank you for stealing my line.
I drive myself to the games. I don't have limos.
Oh, I know better than that.
Suites in the hotel.
You're describing yourself.
I fly
Give
coach.
me another one.
I fly coach.
Okay.
You fly first class. Just telling the truth.
Don't think so.
You know, I don't have an air dance.
You're really portraying this thing a little upside down, aren't you? 1-22, second down and 8. Romo going for Owens. T.O. has the touchdown on Thanksgiving Day. .22 yards. You can almost see it. You said it during the last break. They're lulling them into a play just like this.
You know, I tell you, as you watch the play, Revis on the outside all day long, put it in this position, and he hesitates just a little bit. He slows down, and that's enough for Tony Romo to make the perfect throw. But Jim, I look at this play, and it's just what it does. It keeps Terrell Owens excited. Now the game is over. Well, he got some catches, he scored a touchdown, and he brings that energy to the practice field when things go well for him in the game.
Extra point good. 6 straight games. Owens with at least 1 touchdown, and Romo has tied the Cowboys single season record. His 29th touchdown pass of the season.
Legend.
Better when you win it. eBay. Shop victoriously.
Dude. 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 Dude.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Warner Brothers' new motion picture, I Am Legend, in theaters Friday, December 14th. And by Verizon Wireless.
The Cowboys now leading it 34-3, and
Terrell Owens telling Ray Sherman, the wide receiver coach, how he did it. But you know, it's interesting. We talked about it during the commercial. He is the main focus. Tony Romo just had a Dallas Cowboy record, but he's the focus of the offense, of the passing game, and you got to keep wide receivers happy, and it's always good when they have big games.
Grant Smith, like he's running the option. In fact, he does. Gives it back to Washington. Ooh, that was a little frightening, but he's out to the 42-yard line.
Tony Romo, we said it, they'd love to go down the field. And look, to get 2 inside receivers, they're going deep, but he picks the one-on-one coverage. Knows he has Terrell Owens against Darrelle Revis on the outside, and it's a perfect throw. And even though it ties a Cowboy record, man, you throw those touchdown passes in the NFL, it's an exciting moment.
Romo 75% on the day, just shy of 200 yards and a pair of touchdowns. So Smith giving it up to Washington. Jets, good starting point, 42-yard line. Maybe they can be the first team to take it in on a Thanksgiving Day game against Dallas since '98. Tank Johnson on the tackle.
Jets just overwhelmed today. Big win on Sunday. You think it might carry over? I did think it would carry over, but the talent of the Cowboys is just too much.
Setting up screen to Jones. Well, the other thing is, it's not like the Jets at 2-8 had been blown out like this during the season. They were competitive. They had 3 double-digit leads that were lost, and 5 losses amounting to 27 points.
You're right. They've been every single football game. The only one you could say maybe not opening game of the year against the New England Patriots.
Clements gets it to Cotchery. Cotchery out of bounds at the 20. That one thing about the Patriots game, that was a tight game at halftime, and then Ellis Hobbs ran back the second half kick 108 yards, and they blew it open. And that's the first we saw of Brady to Moss. A sneak preview of what this year was going to be like.
Kellen Clemens, nobody open, stays in the pocket, very little room and still makes the perfect throw. And that's one of the reasons why he was a second-round draft pick, because he does not need a lot of space to be able to drive the football down the field.
That last one goes for 31. Thomas Jones. It's about halfway home, and the Jets have a first down. Picks up 11. Here's Mr. and Mrs. Jones with their shirts cut in half. Half Jets, half Cowboys. And that's Brad Smith with the catch down at the 2. Maybe their son will get his first touchdown as a Jet. He has touched it over 230 times since he last scored in the playoffs for the Bears. Here he is. And the Cowboys, it's like they knew it too. And Hamlin coming up.
Kind of epitomized the whole day. They run it. You think the defense is looking for a pass. The offensive line just gets pushed right back into the backfield.
You saw Julius Jones, an interested onlooker. 3rd and goal. Clemens lobs it to the back of the end zone. Baker was the receiver in that area. And they'll try to wing it in there one more time on 4th and goal.
Tony Romo, Brad Johnson the backup. Good combination. Young quarterback, a veteran who's been in all situations.
Can the Cowboy defense keep him out of the end zone today? Clemens quickly pass caught, but was he? Yes, he's outside of the end zone. The Cowboys will take over on downs. Baker makes the catch just outside of it. Did not cross the plane, they say.
Good shot there. Definitely, Jim, you're right. Half-yard line as he comes back to catch it before he gains possession. It is in the field of play.
This might be worth a challenge anyway. Why not? You're the Jets.
Yeah, he doesn't agree.
So they're just going to let it go. Cowboys will take over at the 1. Brad Johnson is in at quarterback. And Barber gives him a little room near the 5. Got some college football coming up Friday and Saturday on CBS. Tomorrow, number 1 LSU take on McFadden and the Razorbacks. Vern Lundquist and Gary Danielson will be there. Got a little double dip action coming.
Doing both, doing 2 games.
Florida State, Florida.
Vern,
Saturday. It's great to see Vern and Nancy Lundquist last night.
We saw Vern last night. He was excited because he says he gets paid twice this week.
Yeah.
Double up that salary.
And holiday overtime pay.
Yeah, that's right.
They were at our Thanksgiving feast, hosted by our man Lance Barrow. And that's Barber. We're getting close to naming your award winners, and we're going to have, of course, the customary desserts. You know, there's your man Tim Love on the right, Iron Chef, but that beautiful little lady on the left, that's my mother.
That's your mother, I tell you. She's proud of her.
She's proud of her pie, I know that.
Oh my gosh, yes, he talked to me last night. She was feeling the pressure.
Doris Jean Nance bringing out her famous pecan chocolate fudge pie.
Wow.
Little taste of Texas. Worked on it all day Tuesday, those and some Hello Dollies, and then drove it up here yesterday with my sister and her family, Sister Nancy and Don Hockaday. So they're all excited. She hopes that somebody out there tastes it and likes it. Tim Love is too, for that matter. You know, we're talking about an award-winning chef there with the cobbler, with the apple strawberry cobbler. So we're heading into the 2-minute warning, and you know what? Coming out of it, I want some answers.
You got it.
I want to know who is going to be saluted. The Cowboys, impressive again today.
Do you have what it takes to get a great deal? The latest phones are on sale at Verizon Wireless. They come with America's most reliable wireless network, and they're going fast. So get to a store by November 26th. If you can. The gifts you gotta have are at Verizon Wireless. Versatile Samsung phones like the Multimedia Gleam, the Juke Music Player, and the stylish U740. Hurry, sale ends Monday. Verizon Wireless.
All night? Yeah. Yes.
You know, I'm gonna order two
entire steaks. No. That's all right. Yeah, no, you're gonna. I can't believe you'll never. 81 Broadway in Brooklyn.
Well, I'm glad you guys are taking us along with you.
I know.
Hello? Hey, Sarah. Do you want us to get you something to go?
The panoramic Vista roof in the 24 miles per gallon 2008 Ford Edge.
It's Ford's year-end celebration, our biggest event, with the best offers of the year on the hottest selling crossover, Edge, with a panoramic Vista roof, and the new restyled Focus, with up to 35 miles per gallon, and Fusion, all available with Sync, powered by Microsoft.
Call Jeff.
It's in-car technology that lets you voice activate your Bluetooth-enabled phone, MP3 player, and much more. For the best offers of the year, visit a Ford dealer or go to FordVehicles.com.
Monday.
Are you a friend of Charlie's?
I'm his brother. So no. Ellen achieves the impossible. Sacre bleu. Steals Charlie's girl.
You snaked my girlfriend?
I snaked her like a cobra. Yeah, we're just as shocked as you. Yay! A new 2.5 Men. CBS Monday at 9/8 Central.
The Cowboys and the Packers both winning here on Thanksgiving Day. Both are now 10-1, and they are a week away from squaring off for what certainly appears to be the #1 seed in the NFC playoffs.
Yeah, it is, Jim. And the Cowboys, make no doubt about it now, as we said during the game, it's hard to find a weak spot of their football team. And the quarterback, the play calling on both sides of the field are aggressive. And the players take advantage of it.
As Barber out to the 15, it is that time. It is that time for your award winners.
Well, let me start. There's 5 of them. We got 5 trophies. 5, yeah, let's give them away.
All right.
Everybody likes trophies. But we're going to give one to Tony Romo for having a really good, solid day and tying the Cowboy passing record. Terrence Newman, the interception, that was tremendous. DeMarcus Ware, he's had a great day. Chris Canty, another guy. And then outside linebacker again, Greg Ellis. So 4 defensive players and Tony Romo.
You did say Ware, didn't you?
Yes, DeMarcus Ware, yes.
I can't argue with that. Ware, Canty, Ellis, and Newman on defense. Romo for the Cowboy offense. Got the Subway post-game show coming up immediately following this. Back to JB and Dan and Boomer and Coach Cower. We sent along, by the way, our warmest wishes for Shannon Sharp. Been under the weather. We miss him. We hope he's back real soon. But they'll be up with the Subway post-game show. And don't forget that during the post-game show, Phil, you'll be making that all-iron MVP presentation. So you want to see that, folks. Jets will get a chance to handle it here. Just seconds to go. Eric Smith almost able to bust free and get a hand on it. You know, the Cowboys, this 9-1 coming into this. It was the 3rd time in their history, in their rich history, they've been 9-1. They've never been 10-1 until now. We said for the #1 seed in all likelihood. It's all but a lock, of course. And we look forward to seeing, or we hope to see next Thursday, Dallas and Green Bay.
You know you're going to see it. It's if you follow football, you can't wait to see Dallas and Green Bay play. It's 2 terrific quarterbacks, 2 teams that have just gotten better as the year has gone along, and especially the Green Bay Packers have just found a way, and they just put the football in Brett Favre's hands, and he has rewarded the coach with having confidence in him, and he's playing one of his best seasons in who knows how long.
Timeout called.
First charge timeout.
By Dallas.
30-second timeout.
You know, the Cowboys haven't won a postseason game, Phil, since 1996 in the wild card round. It's been a long drought. But as you mentioned, Coach Phillips and his team coming together, he says, you know, we seek continuity, and we've had it. He said, that's what I asked for. One of the most important things I asked for as a coach. Every week you come out and you play hard. You don't make bad, silly mistakes. This team has done it.
Yeah, they really have, and I tell you, it's like he said, the team is together, and of course, it's always easier to be together and have good chemistry when you're winning, but it's all worked out well, and a head coach has a lot to do with that. He has handled the players well. He's put the focus on guys to help them make those plays.
And Washington gets a quick scamper for about 12, maybe 11, and that looks like the Jets are just going to let it go. They're going to head back to New York. Stung by this one today. Dallas set the pace on that opening drive and really never looked back. They rushed for a season-high 174 yards. Romo 195 passing and a couple of touchdowns. Terrence Newman with the backbreaker, the interception, and the run back for a score. Get the Subway post-game show coming up. And we'll see you back for that, for Phil's all-iron team. And as we say goodbye for now, we reflect on all of our many blessings. And for this crew that travels all year long, whether it's football, golf, basketball, we remember those we love we can't be with today. As we say happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
With everything I've ever done, I give it all to everyone for one more day. Another night I'm waking through, another door I walk into, I can't break. And it's a winding road, and it's a long way home. So don't wait for someone to tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Here comes the rest of our lives. I count the steps, the distance to the time when it was me and you, so far gone. Another face, another friend, another place, another end, but I'll hang on. And it's a winding road, and it's a long way home. So don't wait for someone to tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Yeah, let's make the best of tonight. Here comes the rest of our long way, 'cause no one can tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Yeah, let's make the best of tonight. We'll make the best of tonight. Here comes the rest of our lives.
Jed Clampett, a poor mountaineer barely keeping his family fed, when in the summer of '63 he was shooting at some food, becoming a millionaire overnight. Soon afterward, he loaded up his truck and moved to Beverly Hills.
I was suspicious of this whole Texas tea
theory.
A new investigation reveals that in the summer before Jed moved away from there, he switched his car insurance to Geico, saving a substantial sum of money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now, here's the Geico play of the day. With Dallas leading in the second quarter, Terrence Newman of the Cowboys picked off the Jets' Kellen Clemens and took it 50 yards to the house for his second career touchdown. The play gave Dallas a 21-point lead, and the Cowboys faithful plenty to cheer about on Thanksgiving. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It took me years to build good credit, but only a few minutes for someone to steal my identity and ruin it.
With Wachovia, dedicated fraud specialists will work with you one-on-one to reclaim your identity, recoup your losses, and reestablish your financial reputation.
Thankfully, there are people who care about my name as much as I do. I'm with Wachovia.
Rated #1 in satisfying customers. Wachovia.
Feast your eyes on a new Survivor, CBS Thanksgiving tonight.
Introducing the D64 series, the slimmest, lightest aquas ever. From the leading innovator in liquid crystal television, Sharp.
It's the season to shop, and the Red Tags are coming back for the Pontiac Red Tag event. And right now, they're bringing the best values of the season. Look for the Red Tag and get 0% financing for 60 months on all remaining 2007 Pontiac models while supplies last. That's 0% financing for 5 full years on every new 2007 Pontiac for an average finance savings of $4,536 on the Torrent. For more information, visit PontiacDrive.com.
Introducing the D64 series, the slimmest, lightest aquas ever. From the leading innovator in liquid crystal television, Sharp.
The Subway postgame show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. It's where to eat when you want to eat fresh. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back to our New York studios and the Subway postgame show. I'm James Brown, along with my wide-awake guys, Dan Marino, Coach Bill Cowher, and Boomer Esiason.
Right.
Tonight on CBS, folks, feast your eyes on Survivor China. You won't believe what the castaways have to gobble up. Then it's a crazy case of whodunit on a new episode of CSI, followed by a new Without a Trace. It's all tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. 12 more. Look at that, 34-3 was the final. Dallas Cowboys now at 10-1. We're going to go out and join Phil Simms and Jim Nantz with the All-Iron MVP Award presentation.
Thank you, JB. It is that time, and there they are. Chris Canty, DeMarcus Ware, Terrence Newman, Greg Ellis. How about it, Phil? It's time to salute these guys.
Yeah, it is time. The defense was terrific today. That's why they're all down there. It's the biggest group of Iron winners we've ever had. And Terrence Newman, I got to ask you first. You made the interception today, ran it back for a touchdown. It just turned the game around. What about that play?
We ran a blitz, and coach has been stressing all week that the ball should come out quick because they like to throw a lot of quick routes. And I just jumped it, and I actually caught one and took it to the house.
That looked pretty sweet. We saw when you ran that back, Coach Phillips and Tony Romo were kind of high-fiving on the sidelines like they knew that was coming up. Had there been some talk about that play was there to be found?
A lot of guys said that they were reading it. They said, hey, this is going to be a pick. They didn't know it was going to be to the house, but, it ended up going to the house, and everybody was satisfied.
Hey, Greg Ellis, you had a couple of sacks today. You got some in-laws in from the big city of Clayton, North Carolina. How about this defense? And I want to hear from Chris and DeMarcus, too, about how you guys shut down the Jets all day long.
Well, we knew going into the game they was going to try to run the ball early, and I felt like our defense stepped up and, kind of kept that under control. Then they went to passing the ball, and we only showed with 3 sacks, but we got a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback today.
Yeah, you sure did get some pressure. DeMarcus and Chris Canty both all day long pushing the pocket. Just talk about what you guys have done all year long to be such a good pass rushing team.
I think it all just start with just us just being, just around each other all the time, just being able to just play and just being great teammates, and then just going out there and just being aggressive against this team, because we knew they were going to try to run at us like Greg said. And so we knew we had to stop the run.
Yeah, DeMarcus, you did. You had Thomas Jones pegged all day long. And Chris Canty, you had an early sack in this game, too. How about this Dallas defense that now has to take on Brett Favre and Green Bay next? How about this bunch?
Yeah, we have a big challenge ahead of us, but we're going to enjoy this one. We're going to go home and enjoy some turkey. It was a great start to the Thanksgiving for me. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my family and have a good holiday.
Well, congratulations. And Phil, I know what you need to make it official here. Tell them what the significance is of the iron here.
Well, the significance is everybody makes fun of me because I iron my clothes before the game. And so it's a play on words, but you got to be tough to win this award. You guys, you've had a great year. You've been tough. You did it today. And you deserve the trophies and the dessert.
Yeah, now listen, we got the Iron Chef Award winner. That's the cobbler over there on our left. You're right.
What we got?
And that's my mom's pecan pie. Look at
all right.
Okay, guys.
Let me get some.
Wait, let's see a taste here. A little combo.
Oh.
It's a hungry bunch. We saw it all day long, this Dallas defense. Congratulations, guys. JB, back to you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone in the studio.
All right, Jim, and right back to you and Phil and the crew out there. Just like a group of hungry guys, the award is kind of nice, but like Coach Cowher did with that sweet potato pie earlier, all gone.
That was your pie, JP. That was your pie.
It's all gone.
I was going to say, that looked like Coach Cowher there at halftime, let me tell you.
Easy. But the defense of those guys, well, you know what? Let's talk about that with the highlights. Dan has got it. Let's take us around.
All the highlights were the Dallas Cowboys. And you look at the Dallas Cowboys, Marion Barber had 18 carries, over 100 yards rushing. He goes right up the middle. They blow the Jets defensive line off the ball. He scores a touchdown. And then Dallas kicks off. Leon Washington, who's normally a great kick returner, he gets stripped of the ball here by Kevin Barnett. And safety Courtney Brown picks it up, recovering that fumble. Tony Romo, pretty good day all day, but this was a mistake. He underthrew this ball. Kerry Rhodes comes up with an interception, and Kellen Clemens, who struggled all day, pressured like we talked about. Chris Canty gets a sack here. Clemens was 12 for 27, 142 yards, 1 interception. Here comes Greg Ellis for a sack, and then Tony Romo, he hooks up with Jason Witten. Right down the seam, 25-yard touchdown pass. That puts Dallas up 14-0. Kerry Clemens gets picked off by Terrence Newman. He goes 50 yards untouched for the touchdown return on the interception. They kind of figure out how to do that high five properly. Coach Phillips and Romo, and then he hits T.O., 22-yard touchdown. T.O. had 6 catches for 65 yards. Tony Romo, 21-28, 195 yards, 1 interception, and 2 touchdowns. Dallas rolled today.
Cowboys are now 10-1. They have never been 10-1, so congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys, a 31-point spanking. All right, folks, let's take a look now at the Jordan Brand Skycam play of the game.
And there it is. That's the touchdown. T.O. touchdown, 22-yarder. Fade route.
And that made the score 34-3. I got to come to Coach Cowher as we took a look at those Cowboys and what they did today, and obviously looking ahead for that Green Bay matchup. What do you see in the Cowboys?
Well, I'll say this, JB. I think when you look at the two teams today, Green Bay and Dallas, I thought Green Bay was more impressive, but I think they knew they were going into a battle against Detroit. Dallas know they're coming playing a team at home. They were 2-8. They did what they had to do. I think they'll take it up a notch next week. I think it's a great matchup you're going to look at next week between this Dallas team and Green Bay.
Well, the one thing you think about Dallas is they had the game under control in the second half. They really didn't have to take any chances. You saw Tony Romo, he was throwing a lot of checkdowns. They were running the football, trying to run the clock out. And, so they were impressive, and Green Bay was impressive, but they didn't really have to do much in the second half.
No.
And for the Jets, I think the question is still out there whether or not Kellen Clemens is the long-term solution at quarterback. I didn't see anything today that would lead me to believe that was going to be the case. The Jets have a long way to go because they have the best team in their division, the best team in football in New England, and they're not even remotely close to them.
Weapons. Who do you like? Who has more weapons, Dallas or Green Bay in your mind?
I like Green Bay. I just think I look at Green Bay right now, they're playing with so much confidence. I like the fact that Ryan Grant has become a guy that can go to running the football. I think their defense right now with the tandem of Campman and KGB give you really one of the best pass rushing tandems in the league. They had 3 sacks a day, 20.5 on the year. Right now, I'll tell you, they're going to need them next week to slow down this Dallas offense.
I would think if that game were in Lambeau, I'd be inclined to think that Green Bay could win the game. I'm not saying they can't win the game, but at home, you saw the defense today against the New York Jets. Not a lot there to be defensive against, but I do think that the Dallas Cowboys at home are going to be very difficult for Green Bay to
And,
beat.
you know, Dallas, and you saw today, they get after the quarterback. They got very physical up front. They could stop the run, so that's going to put pressure on Brett Favre.
I think it's a great
it's going to be a good
I tell you,
matchup.
I think a big key could be Woodson and KGB. Both didn't finish this game. They were taken out early. They didn't come back. So how they, with their health status, will have a lot to do, I think, in this game, because those are 2 important guys in that defense.
An intriguing matchup indeed. And Brett Favre, folks, playing as well as he ever has in his career. And speaking of Brett Favre, we're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have a conversation, one that we had earlier with Brett Favre.